Orlando. Available everywhere with the iHeartRadio app. Now #1 for podcasting. We are an iHeartRadio station.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Text the nationwide keyword WIN, W-I-N, WIN, to the number 200-200. You'll get a confirmation text and info. Standard data and message rates apply in this nationwide contest. That's WIN, to the number 200-200. Good luck.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. You are now listening to the Jim Colbert Show on Real Radio 104.1.
That's right, guys. Here we go on a Tuesday edition of the Jim Colbert Show. Thanks so much for tuning in. We deeply, deeply appreciate that. We do have a good one for you today. Going to kick off with some news, get you caught up on what's happening out there. Dib will do that for you with Woke News. We have What'd You Do That's New today at 4 o'clock, featuring Ross's pick, Daft Punk's album Discovery. Plus, we have trivia, Ross Thoughts, Last Call, your calls and texts all day long. Welcome to the show. I am Jim. To my left, my lovely and very dangerous co-host, Ms. Deb Roberts.
Hello there.
Producer Jack Bradshaw.
Good afternoon.
Comedy alien Ross Padgett.
How you doing, Jim?
407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Find us easily on social, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. That's at The Jim Colbert Show. You can also check us out on Twitter. That's at Jim Colbert Show. We do stream the show daily, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. Easiest way, really, is just go to JimColbertLive.com. We have a click-through right there. You don't have to worry about going to anything else. It takes you right to it. And, of course, you can take us wherever you go using the iHeartRadio application. How's everybody's Tuesday so far?
I mean, I think we're doing okay. I'm wondering about you, man. It's always. I mean, it's tough in this room today.
What, you mean recovering from yesterday?
No, I mean, remember what his doctor told him?
About lower the blood pressure. Yeah.
So that meant our man over here had to cut some things out of his diet, and we get to suffer for it.
Ironically, raising his blood pressure due to anger.
I know.
It's a cycle.
It is.
It feels itself.
Because I seen him doing his grumpy man head shake like.
I was on the phone with my accountant earlier as we negotiate with the IRS on something, and boy, that's a hoot.
Oh, you're allowed to negotiate with the IRS.
Yeah, if you do it right. If you hire the right mobster. Yeah, man, it's been a fun day. It's been a great day. And by the way, life without salt can eat my.
Well,
and by the way, let me life with LaCroix and without salt can eat my. I mean, it is. Let me tell you something. This blood pressure thing.
I wish we had a cuff to put on him right now.
This blood pressure thing is going to be.
I can bring one in.
Is ironically going to be the end of me.
Don't say that.
Have you read a blood pressure diet? Like what they expect you to eat to get your blood pressure down. And by the way, mine's not like I'm not like Boss Hog fat. Like I'm not walking around in overalls with no shirt fat.
Yet.
I have a little bit of fat, but my blood pressure is like 140/90 or something like that, which is not good. It's supposed to be like below or 120/80 over 80 max. Or lower.
Yeah.
All right, drop the 2 minus the 3. Yeah, that's not good.
Do you have any Cheez-Its today?
No, because they have 330 milligrams of sodium. Do you know how much sodium you're supposed to take in per day, Jack?
I'm gonna. Okay. Oh, I will. Let's just say 1,000.
I was gonna say 1,200 milligrams.
No, go ahead, Ross.
All right, drop the 2 minus the 3. I'm gonna go with 500.
It's 2,300 grams of sodium per day you're supposed to consume. That sounds like a lot, right? Well, you consider literally a pinch of table salt, which you shake out of your shaker. I use kosher salt in the house, but a pinch of that is like 800. A pinch is like 800. Guys, I sneezed 2,300 milligrams of snalt.
Snalt. Snozberries.
Here's
Show
what they
title.
Here's what they want you to have for breakfast on the high blood pressure diet.
Oh, egg whites only.
1 serving of old-fashioned oatmeal. Let's hope it's cold. A 1/4 cup of raspberries and 3 tablespoons. God, I hope I can get them all down of delicious, unsalted, unflavored chopped walnuts. But don't fret, because for your AM snack, you get a pear. And And then for lunch, no, hold on, Jack, if you don't mind. Let me continue. And then for lunch, you get the smorgasbord that is a white bean and veggie salad. But don't fret there either, Ross.
Okay.
Because you have a treat. It's a medium apple.
Medium?
Let's slide into dinner. Garlic butter roasted salmon with potatoes and asparagus.
Yeah.
Don't get crazy. I could eat what they're asking you to eat in one taco. Like I could put the entire dinner in a tortilla and eat it like a taco.
I like salmon.
Here's the best part. You want to reduce that calorie count that's already 1,500 calories? Dude, they feed prisoners more than that. To make it 1,200, knock out those nuts. You don't want you don't want that fat-laden crap. But if you want to make it 2,000 calories, if you're training for a triathlon and you need to pack on those extra calories, still, by the way, 400 calories below the FDA recommendation, well, you just need to add a third a cup of more of those delicious, unsalted, uncooked walnuts. God almighty. I don't know how I could just get naturally angrier, but I have managed.
Yeah,
Man, I honestly, I look at this menu, and I went home last night, and I had dinner.
Did you cry?
And we do the HelloFresh thing, and the HelloFresh is, the rice and couscous and stuff, which you salt. You salt that. You salt your vegetables when you put them in the oven. You roast almost everything. Really, the diet, the dinner itself, if you just ate that for the day, like twice a day, you would lose so much weight, it's ridiculous. And you could make the substitutions because they use butter and whatnot. They send you sour cream. It's not like it's not like.
There's calories in that.
It's not a diet thing per se.
No.
But it's a balanced meal and it's a count proportion.
Like 800 calories. It depends on the meal.
Depends on the meal.
7, 8, 900.
How much is in the soda, do you think?
Anywhere. Sodium's not a problem there. It's the sugar there. 600 to usually 900 calories for those meals. So if you eat that twice a day, you'll get a good balanced diet, believe it or not, and you'll be below your calorie count. And it's actually quite a bit of food. With that said, it's still salt crazy. Man, this salt thing is, and I'm looking for substitutes now, and none of them sound even remotely appetizing.
Isn't Splenda?
That's a sugar thing.
So what is? So people are texting in no salt. So is no salt a?
There's a number of them out there. One of them is like a kelp granule. Oh God. Jeez.
Oh
yeah.
no.
See, ironically,
it's the kelp granule show.
I think like 6 months ago I mentioned that I've never added salt to anything.
You did mention that, and then you added it and loved it.
Yeah, well, I've noticed it. It's different. Like I had microwave popcorn last night. I'm like, let's throw on more salt. It's nice when your blood pressure is low enough where you can indulge like that.
Yeah. But the blood just flows through your veins effortlessly. Jack, no sign of aging.
I love
50
the
years.
irony of to lower his blood pressure, he has to do something that makes him so stinking mad.
I know.
And the doctor,
It's got to raise his blood pressure.
Doctor sat down yesterday when he was checking my blood pressure and he hit it the first time. He goes, "That's a little high. Let's turn off the light." As if
calm down.
As if the illumination in the room was irritating me to the point where I couldn't even think straight, and it went up. It went in the dark. It went up.
Well, yeah, because you're wondering why is it dark?
Oh my God, man!
And is this when I'm getting the thumb?
And
He
listen,
just didn't try and set the mood for you.
And listen, these guys, people listening to the show right now, this genetic shit, not in you. Don't do this to her.
You need this.
Don't associate this beautiful music with my death. God Almighty!
Just take some breaths. Have some hot stones.
Mr. Colbert, we're just going to check your blood pressure.
Oh God!
Breathe
Going
in.
to turn out these lights.
The count of 10.
I bet you love salt.
Hold your breath and release it in the count of 3 through your nose. There you go.
Now stretch.
Even that breath I just took was bland.
Stretch and touch your toes.
Like that's gonna happen. You are such a dick. Salt or no salt. I got bad news for you, buddy. That has nothing to do with muscular elasticity, which I do not have.
I think what you meant to say was, rub your earlobes.
For the record, it's not just salt. It's like pickles and olives and all that great, all those wonderful flavors that have that heavy salt, all of that is supposed to be gone. And by the way, here's the other thing that I'm going to trip on you guys you're going to have to deal with over the next 6 months. And thank God this is happening right before the holidays. No alcohol. No. I heard Enya loves alcohol.
Guys, I don't think we're going to make it.
I'm a little more worried about the three of us.
Hello, start with me. I'm the one stuck in this room with him. You guys at least have
I wonder what
4
Hey, Jim, how's your day going? Oh, IRS? Oh, no beer and salt, by the way.
I wonder what Thin Jim is going to be like to work with.
I don't think we have the power to get there.
Poor Tori.
Slim Jim, man, that would be
Slim Jim.
Something.
Snap into a Slim Jim.
I'm going to be dead honest with you guys. I went home last night and I did not have a drink of alcohol.
What?
And I'm not joking you. Within, like, walking in my door, usually, I turn the oven on because I know I got to cook.
My man.
I get that thing hot. And the second move, usually, after setting my bag down and putting my stuff where I put my stuff at the end of the day, I grab a beer, glass of wine. And then I pull out the stuff I'm going to make for dinner. And that's what I do while I'm eating. Man, you know what that's like when you crack open a raspberry LaCroix to do that? Let's just say it doesn't have the same vibe.
You're going against your ethos here. This is going to get weird. I like how...
the no salt, no alcohol foodie.
You know, the
Let's
saying...
listen to what this guy says.
The saying is snap into a Slim Jim.
Oh, man.
But I have a feeling that this Slim Jim is going to be snapping into us.
Already is. And he has only not even 24 hours under his belt with the diet.
For what it's worth, you look great.
Well, I mean, he hasn't lost weight yet.
But I can see it in his eyes.
Jack is the douchebag whipped cream, isn't he? Hey, here's a piece of douchebag pie. What can make that better? I got the guy for you. Let's get some douchebag whipped cream in here to top that up. Or you want to be the douchebag cherry?
I
right on top of the ice cream?
I wouldn't mind.
Yeah.
Have you thought
All right,
about...
407, shut up. 407-916-1041. You can text us at 77031. Deb, what's coming up for news?
Oh,
And it better have some damn salt and beer. God almighty damn. Is there any alcohol in this building? I'm kind of not joking.
Well, I am about to administer an emergency dose of Pepsi.
God almighty damn.
While we wait. Did you leave any of that tequila here, Ross?
No. Thank God he took it home.
I took it home,
Rushed it right to the house.
And it was mezcal.
Thanks, Ross.
What Jim didn't like.
Stop while we're still ahead, please.
We have some hand sanitizer. That's got alcohol in it.
It worked for Betty Ford, right? I mean...
Yeah.
You want me to pick you up a sixer?
Deb, what's for news?
Okay, well, as you were talking to Orlando attorney Stephen Kramer last night, asking about Mia Marcano and lawsuits, well, wait 24 hours. Her family has filed a lawsuit against her apartment complex. A Southeast Texas plane crash fire is out. Wait till we give you the amazing details on that story.
That photograph is bananas.
It really is. And speaking of a bananas story, an Israeli diver's true life King Arthur, Legend of the Sword.
This is a crazy story, by the way.
Really crazy story.
It looks fake.
It does.
Like, it looks like a setup story for like a movie or something.
Let's hope that's not the case. But we'll tell you the details on that story and a whole lot more coming up during Woke News. Now, someone get me a defibrillator.
All right, 407-916-1041. Back with Deb's News, more of the Jim Colbert Show right after this.
Clear!
Dancing naked around your kitchen is a lot better with your best friends.
Seriously.
I mean...
Why would you encourage that?
Just say, Alexa, play Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center. Car crash? Call Clausman Law.
We're seeing slowdowns eastbound on I-4 this afternoon between Conroy Road and OBT. Westbound busy too between Princeton Street and Colonial Drive, and also between World Drive and Osceola Polkline Road. No reported issues on the 408 at this time. We're up to speed on the Beach Line. 417 looks good too, as well as the Turnpike throughout the county, north and southbound. Watch for a crash on Silver Star Road at Pine Hills Road. See traffic problems? Call the traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Nomi Health. Nomi Health is now providing quick and convenient COVID-19 rapid testing in the Orlando region. For all drive-through testing locations and hours, visit nomihealth.com/FL. That's nomihealth.com/FL. Slow the spread and get tested today with Nomi Health.
Safety and security higher priorities than ever. The security of your home, protecting your family, your kids, and your pets. And if you're a business owner, providing more safety and security for your place of business. All of these things our friends over at Mossy Oak Fences can certainly help out with. Get that peace of mind that a sturdy custom fence built by the guys over at Mossy Oak Fence will provide, just like they did for me. Simply amazing fence they built for me. Giant gate right in the middle so I can get my little tractor in and out of there. Absolutely love it. Separates my backyard from my front yard and gives me security and privacy in my backyard. They can do the same for you. Just visit MossyOakFences.com. There's never been a better time ever than to let the Mossy family protect your family today. It's MossyOakFences.com. That's MossyOakFences.com.
This hour of programming brought to you in part by FAS Windows and Doors.
Experience personalized health and anti-aging care with Affirmed Health Centers. At Affirmed Health Centers, Dr. Scott Self's professional team takes the most cutting-edge research and combines it with years of clinical knowledge to establish a unique treatment plan for you. Affirmed Health Centers provides customized treatments for weight gain, low sex drive, brain fog, chronic fatigue, ED, and more, plus hormone replacement therapy. Visit affirmedhc.com to schedule your free consultation today. That's affirmedhc.com.
Be my client. You think you deserve fair compensation for your injuries? Well, you gotta call me. Can't just keep listening forever. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Mo DeWitt, Orlando attorney.
Marcus by Goldman Sachs offers personal loans with no fees, ever. Banks offer coffee. So what's more important, a Marcus by Goldman Sachs loan with no fees that could help consolidate debt, or bank coffee that tastes like bank coffee? You can money. Visit Marcus.com to learn more about saving, borrowing, and investing from Marcus by Goldman Sachs.
Investing involves risk and investments may lose value. Brokerage and investment advisory services by Goldman Sachs & Company, LLC. Member FINRA SIPC. Lending and deposits products provided by Goldman Sachs Bank USA. Member FDIC.
Orlando City scores! Daryl DK! Orlando City continues its hunt for an MLS Cup playoff spot as the Lions return home on Wednesday, October 20th at 7:30 p.m. versus CF Montreal, presented by Fairwinds. Experience it live by getting your tickets now at orlandocitysc.com/tickets.
Need to turn your home equity into cash? This is Robert Palmer, and home values are at an all-time high. Smart homeowners are accessing home equity at today's low rates, but don't use your home equity to pay closing costs. Let me pay them instead. Visit rpfunding.com for details. NMLS 7168, Equal Housing.
Hey, Orlando. Now you can get treated for everything from chest pains to ankle sprains at a third of the cost and half the time of an average ER visit. Say hello to a better emergency care experience. Say hello to GuideWell Emergency Doctors. Operated by Crucial Care. Time is based on the American College of Emergency Physicians. Cost comparison based on 2016 actuarial analysis of hospital-based ER visits.
Today, I'll prepare arroz con pollo.
Let's try edamame instead of green peas. And instead of white rice, 2 cups of Mahatma basmati rice. Why not? Shh, Grandma better not hear me. Rejuvenate traditions with Mahatma rice. Unfollow la receta with Mahatma rice.
No matter the challenges, we were there with a stronger, more reliable energy grid.
When our community struggled, we were there with flexible payment arrangements and other support.
And as the sun comes out, bringing the promise of a brighter tomorrow, we will still be here.
With energy that's reliable, affordable, and cleaner than ever, we're Duke Energy, and we're building a smarter energy future for you.
Paid for by Duke Energy shareholders.
Marcus by Goldman Sachs offers personal loans with no fees, ever. Banks offer coffee. So what's more important, a Marcus by Goldman Sachs loan with no fees that could help consolidate debt, or bank coffee that tastes like bank coffee? You can money. Visit Marcus.com to learn more about saving, borrowing, and investing from Marcus by Goldman Sachs.
Investing involves risk and investments may lose value. Brokerage and investment advisory services by Goldman Sachs & Company, LLC. Member FINRA SIPC. Lending and deposits products provided by Goldman Sachs Bank USA. Member FDIC.
Here's a fact. COVID hospitalizations of young people have tripled since the start of summer. Also a fact, vaccines are highly effective in preventing hospitalizations and deaths, even from the Delta variant. If you've got questions about COVID vaccines, talk to a doctor, because our kids are irreplaceable. We can do this. Find vaccines near you at vaccines.gov. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
O'Reilly. When you need auto parts, O'ReillyAuto.com is just a few clicks away. We offer convenient options for you to get your parts quickly. Order online and pick up for free at your local O'Reilly Auto Parts store. We'll even bring it out curbside. Or you can have your parts delivered right to your door with free shipping on most orders over $35. Visit O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts. Want more bites in your fright?
The free iHeart app has the largest collection of spooky podcasts on the planet, featuring 13 Days of Halloween, Season 2. The Sea, starring Kathy Najimy from Hocus Pocus.
The people here call me Mother.
13 original stories, one per day through Halloween, each in 3D audio to place you in the center of the story. Best experienced with headphones. Tap podcasts in the iHeart app to find this and a trick-or-treat bag full of podcasts sure to make you squirm.
Any legal issue, Kramer Law, onefirmforlife.com. Offices Altamont Springs.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show, also available to watch, if you're into that kind of thing, at The Jim Colbert Show on
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1, 407-916-1041. Text us, 77031. Big thanks to the texting service today for shouting out plenty of you can do it.
Yeah.
You've got this. My dad had to go through this. And then one guy says, man, live your life. Take that pill and solve crazy. That guy's a sergeant. Like, the problem is those statins that lower your blood pressure are horrible for your liver.
Yeah,
horrible.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Horrible. Matter of fact, when you start looking at what's good and bad for your liver and stuff, believe it or not, like Tylenol and stuff like that is terrible for your liver, and statins are one of the worst things you can take. It's bad for your liver. That's why it's very important to stay clear on those.
I never heard that before. It was 20 years ago. Went to the doctor. My cholesterol was in the 190 range, and he's like, well, we could hammer that down. We could put you on statins. And, he's like, I'll just let you know I'm on the board of a company that, I'm like, okay, right.
There we go.
I go, well, this is the first I've heard of it, of having high cholesterol. I go, let me try and alter my diet. And ever since then, I've been fine.
Yeah.
I've been under 180, but it's like, I'd rather do that than just sign on for a pill for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
I didn't know damages your liver.
Right.
So.
Yeah. Well, supposedly, if they're not managed right, they can be very bad for you. All right, let's get to the news. Here's Deb.
And now, it's time for Woke News. It seems like kind of a misuse of the whole world. On the Jim Colbert Show.
Woke News brought to you by Home Loans Radio with that mortgage guy, Don. He's also host of the Home Loans Radio Show. The family of 19-year-old Mia Marcano, who was found dead in Orange County after disappearing from the apartment complex where she both lived and worked, has indeed filed a lawsuit against the complex. The family filed the suit against Arden Villas Apartments, its management company, the Price Company, and the estate of Armando Caballero in Orange County on Monday. Investigators believe that Caballero, who was a maintenance worker at the complex, used a master key fob on September 24th to break into her apartment and abduct her. Her body was found duct taped and bound 8 days later. The suit claims the apartment complex and management company were negligent in her death and is also demanding a jury trial. And her attorney, her family's attorney, said everyone is going to be held accountable. Who should be held accountable is going to be held accountable for Mia's death. Meanwhile, Florida fugitive Brian Laundrie's father got hit with a court summons yesterday for allegedly trashing a sign a protester put on his front lawn. Protesters are trying to pressure Laundrie's parents to help police find their son, and the complaint filed in Sarasota claims that Laundrie took a sign near his home and went inside. So the suit is asking the court to order him to reimburse the protester $40 for the sign, plus court fees and other costs.
What?
The protest is in response to Gabby Petito investigation and search for Brian Laundrie.
He put the sign in the guy's yard, though, right?
Yep, but now he wants his $40.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You're never getting that money. I mean, you put something in my yard, it is mine. You abandoned something in the yard, it is yours.
Or is the claim that it was on the easement, like the right-of-way that technically belongs to the city? This seems ridiculous.
He took it inside, and he didn't bring the sign back, and I want my $40.
Yeah, and also $40 for a sign.
Yeah,
That's
really,
what
I
I'm
got
saying.
ripped off. I'll sell him some signs.
Exactly.
I don't know. I think he's like, lifting up the price of this thing. Unless it's custom and it's made out of metal or something. I don't know.
Well, and more people behaving badly. A South Carolina judge is denying bond for Alex Murdaugh on his latest charges. The bond hearing was for 2 felony charges of obtaining property by false pretenses. The judge is also ordering him to undergo a psychiatric evaluation. He said, with this guy's resources and his mental instability, he's too much of a flight risk for us to let him out on bond right now. Murdaugh is charged with stealing $3 million worth of insurance settlements meant for the sons of his late housekeeper.
Yeah,
what a great guy.
There's a possibility he had something to do with the death of.
Yeah.
I mean, they're reopening that entire investigation as well. This guy is, this dude is this guy's a bad seed. He is going to have a difficult time in prison.
Yes, he is.
Redheaded, crooked lawyer.
Well, he's not the only lawyer in trouble. In fact, George Zimmerman's lawyer, one of them, is now in legal trouble.
I segued him.
Thank you. Osceola County Sheriff Marco Lopez announced yesterday that Hal Uhrig was arrested on charges that include solicitation to commit perjury. Now, Lopez says Uhrig several years ago tried to get the victim, her father, and an alleged rape, who was a 9-year-old girl at the time, to recant her story. An investigation started after the girl, who is now a teenager, came forward 3 months ago. And Sheriff Lopez is like, well, if you ask me, this isn't his first rodeo.
Oh, really?
But unless someone comes forward and says that, yes, he also made this kind of deal in my case, they won't know. But I mean, and the witness tampering, the way the charges line up, it went from a 3rd-degree felony to a capital felony.
Yeah, because I guess he tried to get a recant. Because his client was the defendant.
The rapist. So what he did, he set up a meeting between his client, the rapist, the victim, and the victim's father. Told the victim and the victim's father, you need to do these 3 things. Lie during your deposition, say the rape never happened, send a letter to the state attorney stating that the rape never happened, and avoid being served a subpoena so you don't have to testify. Well, the father then... You can imagine how he's feeling. I mean, he's sitting here with his 9-year-old daughter.
How inappropriate is it for you to even bring the child in the room with the person?
Thank you.
How about I don't even care about it? I mean, what kind of human being does that?
So then the father goes back and sets up another meeting with Uhrig. This time he's working with investigators and he's wearing a recording device where he gets him to repeat the deal. So now they've got audio of him making this deal. And again, Sheriff, this goes from being a 3rd-degree felony to the possibility of life behind bars without parole.
Bye-bye.
And that's with this one case. What they're hoping is that as this story makes the rounds and people realize, because like the sheriff said, I don't think
you don't
this
just
is
start with this.
Exactly.
You're asking a 9-year-old to recant a rape charge with the person who did it in the room.
In the same room.
Genuinely unbelievable.
A 9-year-old child. He has been practicing criminal defense law in Central Florida for 30 years. There's the possibility of a whole hell of a lot more cases than just this one.
And it's so funny, just behind the scenes here for people, as we pull stories and look for information, Deb has, a couple lines into information we can get pretty quickly. When this story broke yesterday, actually when we were coming on the air.
Yeah.
So right as we were coming out on the air, this story broke. And because it's an attorney, journalists step very, very lightly about how they write about attorneys and how they report things that are happening to attorneys. We couldn't find a syllable on this story until this morning.
Yeah.
Because nobody was doing anything. They're like, wait a minute, let's get this perfectly straight. Yeah. We don't want to take this guy and make a mistake and then have to deal with that in the aftermath.
Yeah, exactly. It was very difficult.
Unbelievable.
All we saw was the courthouse pool
Couldn't
video.
Couldn't even get the guy's name.
Couldn't even get his name. Just we were doing all kinds of searches for that. Well, sticking around in Osceola County, I don't know if you guys heard this, but Osceola County schools are considering Lynx passes to help get students to school.
Wow. I know this is a massive problem, by the way.
All over the country. This as Central Florida districts are desperately looking to fill open bus driver positions. If district leaders can organize a partnership with Lynx, eligible students would get a free pass for the rides. School board members are meeting today to discuss the proposal. I think this would be an equally decent plan to where you have states like Maryland and others who've actually called in the National Guard to help drive school buses.
Simply amazing. I mean, yeah, there are jobs out there. It's just,
I couldn't do the afternoon route, but I could do the morning route.
Oh, my God.
See, and that for a lot of people, that split shift and the hours, and then dealing with, as you guys have often said, the worst human beings on the planet.
Middle schoolers.
Middle school kids.
They're the worst.
Oh,
if I was going to form an
I'm just
army,
going to tase them.
If I was going to form an army of people to destroy all the world, it would never go beyond 13.
All right. Well, we're all AAA is telling Floridians, man, if you're planning to travel for the holidays, book those flights now.
I'm telling you.
And of course, everyone is talking about the supply chain issues, what it's going to mean for your Thanksgiving dinner, what it's going to mean for your holiday gifts.
Locking that thing to the fuel cost don't drive it crazy.
Yeah,
it could go by another $100 a week, month.
Today, national average $3.40. Well, our governor says, hey, Florida is ready to help solve the nation's supply chain problems. And it sounds like a pretty decent solve to me.
Let's hear it.
Speaking this morning from the Jacksonville Port Authority, the governor said, quote, Florida's here. We've got the capacity, end quote. DeSantis says Port Everglades and Jacksport are already seeing companies adjust their shipping routes to offload in Florida. The governor also announced that Florida's ports are going to offer incentives to companies who move their goods through the Sunshine State. So rather than bobbing up and down off the coast of Long Beach and Los Angeles, come on over to Florida. And I mean, you're waiting there for a month anyway. There was a report in the LA Times yesterday about how a lot of those sailors who've been stranded off the coast of especially the West Coast ports are desperate to get off those ships.
Yeah, what do they do? Do they have like Uber Eats for those?
I'm really not sure.
Stuck out there for a month,
I'm sure they have plenty of supplies because they have a big staff. But man, oh man, I don't know. Just to be island out there, just almost what's the word?
Maroon, stranded.
Yeah, we kind of saw that with the canal back up.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
All those ships just waiting. It's like,
And with the pandemic, when the cruise ships, we had more cruise ships than we had space in port because they're never usually in port at the same time. You had those cruise ships with all those crew members bobbing about.
I get frustrated enough in car traffic, and that's when it's really delaying me a couple minutes.
Right.
I know.
I couldn't imagine being stuck out there a month because we can't move.
A month.
It's a good move by DeSantis, though, because those ports are able to do that. All they have to do is switch distribution from wherever it is, whether it be up north or even from the West Coast. But people are so desperate, they'll do anything. The company my wife works for right now would literally do anything. There are people talking about paying for air shipping.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I mean,
that's the next thing they're doing.
Everything they can and paying 5 times as much, but at least getting the goods to the customer so the customers don't make a change.
Well, and Procter & Gamble just today announced that they're raising prices on several consumer goods. So
everything's going up.
Everything is going up because, again, a lot of companies were thinking about chartering their own ships, but you still have to go through the same ports where there's more than 100 ships already backed up. So
demand high, supply low.
Yeah.
Bad news for
customers. But that's a good move from the governor.
Yeah, it is.
Good move from the governor. Another political news, I thought I'd bring this to you guys because maybe, just maybe, a ray of light in the world of gambling. A judge's ruling is being hailed as a victory for the state. That's what a Seminole Tribe spokesman said yesterday after a federal judge tossed a suit meant to stop sports gambling in Florida.
Let's go!
The suit was filed by 2 parimutuels in South Florida that alleged sports gambling would hurt them financially, but the judge found the parimutuels didn't really have any standing and they couldn't prove that they would be harmed by the gambling agreement between the tribe and the state. But slow your roll, Tiger, because this is the first of many legal challenges. Now comes the issue of the fact that this agreement went against a constitutional amendment to the Florida Constitution that was passed by voters saying we get to say if and when gambling is expanded.
This is marijuana 2.0 for Florida,
Yes,
by the
it
way.
is.
Is exactly what it is. It's marijuana 2.0. We went through the same exact thing.
But here's the difference.
Yeah.
This is the mirror image.
The players are different.
right, yeah.
It's like who's on what side is different.
Well, this is the mirror image because, right, the state didn't want to wait for the voters to yay or nay gambling, right? The governor and the legislature jumped into this agreement with the Seminole tribe. Be damned, everybody who voted.
Exactly.
With medical marijuana, be damned if you voted for it. We are going to drag our feet for as long as we possibly can.
What a beautiful juxtaposition.
Isn't it?
Well,
Isn't it? Love that.
We got to get this gambling passed soon because I got a wedding to save.
You're itching. I can feel it through the glass.
I'm against it now because I see how it affects the two guys here. You know,
Oh, call me crazy because I want to put 1,000 on the Jets.
Exactly.
You're crazy.
Yeah.
An FIU doctor is criticizing a recent decision by a private school in Miami-Dade County. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the Centner Academy is back in the news again last week, telling parents, hey, if your kids got vaccinated, you keep their asses home for 30 days to prevent them from infecting other students.
What?
Florida International University professor Mary Jo Trepka says Centner's Academy's position is not based on fact, more like science fiction, and it could scare people into not getting vaccinated. She tells the Miami Herald it's impossible for a vaccinated person to pose any risk to another person. They had made the news several times during the pandemic for some of their...
Yeah, but I mean, that's not necessarily... I mean, if you're vaccinated, you can still pass the virus on. But I mean, I know...
Yeah.
Yes.
If you had the virus, they are claiming that just the vaccination would cause you to
that does
pose
not happen,
a danger.
right?
Yeah,
that
they
does not
also
happen.
had some issues about students who were vaccinated and unvaccinated using the same water fountains.
Oh!
Yeah. Speaking of quarantine and such, NASA's Crew 3 astronauts, are in quarantine up until launch day. Raja Chari, Tom Mashburn, Kayla Barron, and Matthias Maurer all went into quarantine over the weekend, and liftoff is now scheduled for Sunday, October 31st on Halloween. The commercial Crew Dragon launch is now set to take off at 2:21 a.m. from Launch Complex 39A at the Kennedy Space Center. If you want to see this launch, definitely check out the Kennedy Space Center visitors website because they are planning to stay open late.
Yes.
So that you'll be able to see that launch on property. NASA said the delay was to allow more time for, quote, spacecraft processing, end quote.
All right.
The backup time for the launch is 1:10 a.m. on Wednesday, November 3rd, if something should happen on Halloween. And this is the third crew to fly to the International Space Station on the SpaceX Dragon capsule for 6 months.
Amazing.
I'm just so happy we have a rocket that's launching people, and its name is the Dragon.
You're right. And it's a rocket that is used like Deb uses her M&M's bag. I mean, this thing is like...
Reused and
This thing
reused.
is going to have duct tape on it soon.
Repurposed.
Like all 9-year-olds. I'm not sure if you guys, when you were kids, were that into dragons. I was super into dragons.
Dragons are cool, man.
Dragons are awesome.
Well, finally, for our Florida stories, I'm sure this is going to come as quite the shocker, but Florida dominates a list of best places to retire in the U.S.
Oh, yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Where am I?
It gets cold up here. Hot weather.
U.S. News and World Report analyzed data from the 150 most populous metro areas to determine how well they meet both retirement needs and expectations. I was surprised the villages didn't make this list, but criteria included housing affordability, health care, and the happiness of local residents.
Oh, there you go. The joy factor.
For the second year in a row.
Let me guess. San Diego. Well, that's too expensive to live there, though.
This is in Florida.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I thought
San
you meant
Diego,
nationally.
Florida.
We're in Florida.
It's got to be.
You said San Diego.
Well, I thought it was national. I'm sorry. I thought it was a Florida story.
He hasn't had any salt or alcohol. Be
Albuquerque.
nice.
Albuquerque.
Yeah, you son of a bitch. I deserve it. Well, because you said I'm going to go.
the Salt Flats.
Clearwater.
Oh, Jack.
I will.
But I meant Clearwater, Russia.
Oh.
Jack.
Let's go Melbourne.
And Ross?
I'm going to go with my hometown of Naples, Florida.
Nice. Little West Coast action.
Points for you, Ross. It's not right there, but it is Sarasota. You're the closest of any of them.
Yeah.
Came in first place in the U.S., followed by Naples,
Right
followed
there.
by Daytona Beach, and then Melbourne.
Daytona Beach.
Yeah,
Tampa-
we made the list, and Jimmy's in California.
Daytona Beach.
Jim said Oshkosh.
My God, who did they poll? Did they go to the Ozarks? My God, who wants to move to Daytona?
Tampa was 6th, followed by Fort Myers and Port St. Lucie, while Pensacola rounded out the top 10.
I think all of those, well, I should say a lot of those cities of Florida on the West Coast are going to be because, I mean, the Gulf is beautiful. My wife, but we were going over there this weekend. We're going to, is it Isla Mirada or Longboat Key or something this weekend?
Yeah, well, Isla Mirada is closer to the Keys.
Okay, well,
we didn't book your plans. We don't know.
I don't know either, buddy. Listen, my wife says, get in the car. We're going somewhere. Pack a bathing suit. And
bring your toothbrush.
Bring no salt and no beer.
Leave the salt shaker on the table.
Bring your O'Douls and Mrs. Dash.
Next week, Jim.
Party man.
Jim goes, I went to San Diego this weekend.
I love it here in Albuquerque.
All right, since it is Halloween season, and every once in a while it is our displeasure to bring you these Final Destination style stories. Overseas in Israel, a man is dead after falling today from a hot air balloon mid-flight.
What?
Israeli police say the man in his 20s was a crew member who had been dangling from the basket when he fell, according to police. Now, Amir Al-Mag, the man's employer, said the balloon pilot told the guy, just jump, when the hot air balloon was still close to the ground, but the guy insisted, no, I can hang on. Well, the pilot couldn't immediately land, and it turned out the man tumbled from the hot air balloon at a height of about 164 feet. Israeli media reported the man fell onto a passing car on a highway below in a rural area of northern Israel.
So you're yourself for a nice drive through northern Israel
on a rural highway.
How's that person?
What could possibly happen?
How's the person in the car?
We don't even know.
We don't know, but I have to imagine they're going to need a whole hell of a lot of therapy after that. A rural road,
in Bondo,
northern Israel, nothing to see or going on for miles, and then all of a sudden,
that is the riding the bicycle. Car hits a light pole a block away. It falls.
Yeah.
You get hit.
Yep.
Electrocuted.
I got to tell you, though, the hot air balloon aspect of this thing just makes it, like, over the top for me.
Why? Because it moves so slowly. It seems so avoidable.
Yeah, just hot air balloons are they're just fun. Fun to look at.
Fun for that guy, right?
They're fun to look at, but there's been a couple of really horrific accidents, at least in the last since 2020 that I can think of.
I would tell everybody listening to the show if they have an opportunity to go out to New Mexico and watch the Great Ascension. That's that thing where all the hot air balloons go into the valley there.
Balloon glow in Albuquerque.
Yeah, in Albuquerque.
I've been there. It's nice.
It is genuinely amazing because when you come up on the city, like I've said 100 times here before, the highway runs along the ridge of the valley, so it actually is elevated. You look down on the city when you're driving, and when you come over that one clearance into where the valley is, where the balloons are, it looks like just a bunch of marbles sitting out on a lawn, but it's all these gigantic balloons.
When I used to live in Metro West, before the pine trees grew up to be as big as they are now, that's where hot air balloonists would go, and there would be like a dozen hot air balloons taking off in the back of my apartment complex.
You're right, because everything behind Valencia Community College West is where I went to school. You could see them out there doing that occasionally.
Yeah, exactly. And then finally, staying in Israel, a diver has uncovered a sword dating to the time of the Crusades. Remember when the Crusades were?
Yeah, I remember.
12 and 1300s.
I was in middle school.
I was in high school. The
teaching.
Israel Antiquities Authority says the diver found the 900-year-old sword off a beach by the northern city of Haifa. The discovery was made during a Saturday dive in an area where waves and undercurrents apparently had shifted the sand, revealing the sword. Its iron blade is more than a yard long, and the hilt measures nearly 12 inches.
How cool is that?
That is so cool. Yep. And now you all are officially woke, and Woke News is brought to you by Home Loans Radio with that mortgage guy, Don. Don was probably the easiest part of buying a home for Chris and I. He is so easy to work with, and part of the reason why is because he's really knowledgeable. There isn't a question you can come up with that's going to stump Don. He's also accessible. If you need to reach him, you can get a hold of him, and he needs to reach you, it's the same deal. He knows what he's doing, and he's so easy to work with. Don't take my word for it, though. Go to homeloansradio.com right now. Click Apply Now and get pre-approved today. Simply the most convenient way to get a free mortgage quote. homeloansradio.com.
Thanks, Deb. 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. One of the most popular shows in Netflix finally is announced. a date of the beginning of the final season that we've been waiting for a very long time. I'll tell you exactly what that show is next.
Yay!
Orlando City returns to Exploria Stadium to face CF Montreal tomorrow. Coverage starts at 7 p.m. on Real Radio 104.1 and iHeartRadio. Orlando City matches on Real Radio are brought to you by Mossy Oak Fence.
This Real Radio 104.1 weather report sponsored by Rude Air Conditioning, powered by Ferguson HVAC.
Good Tuesday, everyone. Fox 35 Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Jamie King now. Fox 35 Storm Center. Another picture-perfect day here in Central Florida. I want to tell you all about it, of course. Here, mostly sunny skies and warm temps. 85, a nice day, a dry day out there with some occasional east-northeast breezes at 5 to 15. Certainly a breezy one down in the coastal areas. You'll find some low 80s right on the sand at the beach today. Nice day overall. 65 tonight, mainly clear, calm, comfy, late dry weather conditions continue with light winds. And on your Wednesday and Thursday, also quite nice. We'll wake up in the 60s. Looks like we'll have highs in the mid-upper 80s with mostly sunny skies and dry weather continuing. For Fox 35, I'm Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Jamie King.
This report is sponsored by Amtrak. Get back to visiting new and exciting places across the U.S. on Amtrak. It isn't just about the destination, it's about the journey. Without busy airports or cramped car rides, with no middle seats, extra legroom, and even private rooms. Book now at Amtrak.com. Adventurous journeys, just an Amtrak away.
Gibson Truck World. With over 150 lifted trucks in stock, Ford, Chevy, and Ram. Our 1-year bumper-to-bumper warranty. Our exclusive 15-day exchange policy. And our $1,000 best price guarantee. Come see why Gibson Truck World is the king of trucks.
Halloween is back at Dunkin', so treat yourself to a peanut butter cup macchiato, layered with bone-chillingly bold espresso, and sink your fangs into our terrifyingly tasty spider donut. That's good, scary good. America runs on Dunkin'. Price and participation may vary, limited time offer.
Spectrum Mobile is reinventing wireless again. Get unlimited on 2+ lines for $29.99 a month per line. No contracts, no added taxes or fees. Includes nationwide 5G. Save up to 60% with Spectrum Mobile. Get unlimited on 2+ lines for $29.99 a month. Call 855-438-2999 or visit a store near you.
Offer valid for new customers on 2+ unlimited lines. Spectrum Internet required. Savings based on 2-line comparison of unlimited plans among major national carriers as of 9/20/21. Prepaid excluded. Restrictions apply.
Hey, Central Florida, it's time to up your standard of driving. RC Hill here from RC Hill Mitsubishi. Are you sick of driving a car you hate? Raise the bar in a nice new car and lower your monthly payment at the same time. Used cars from just $69 per month. New cars from just $129 per month. Raise the bar and I'll get more for your old car. We'll pay up to $5,000 over appraised value for your clunker. Is your credit score lower than you like? We will help you get approved. That's what makes us your car dealer next door. Give it a try. I'm raising the bar and making my best offer ever. Like brand new Mirage's 43 miles per gallon lifetime warranty. And introducing the all-new 2022 Outlander in stock and ready for delivery. Plus check out our certified used cars. Monthly payments from just $69 per month. Trade-ins will pay over appraised value. So get here quick. I'm RC Hill, your car dealer next door. Central Florida's first choice for new Mitsubishis. Visit me at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
Credit requires bank approval. Mirage 9900 72 months. 2.9 APR, $9 down, $249 payment plus tax tag fees. Max trade incentive based on purchase.
The powerful new iPhone 13 Pro is here with the most advanced camera in an iPhone, and T-Mobile is the place to get it.
This new cinematic mode turned my travel videos into a filmmaking masterpiece.
Get the most out of your new iPhone on America's largest, fastest 5G network.
And posting. Whoa, that was fast.
And now, you can get iPhone 13 Pro on us with eligible trade-in and plan and upgrade forever.
So I can always have a new iPhone?
Yep, forever. Lock in the trade-in value of your new iPhone up to $800 every 2 years for your next upgrade. Get iPhone 13 Pro on us right now and upgrade forever. Only at T-Mobile.
With Max Plan and on us now via 30 monthly bill credits for well-qualified buyers plus tax. Contact us before canceling service to continue credits on current device or credits stop and balance on required finance agreement is due. Fastest based on average overall 5G speeds according to Open Signal Awards and USA 5G User Experience Report July 2021. See T-Mobile.com.
Attorney Joe Cordell.
New school, new job, new home. Change is hard and can leave you feeling isolated. And divorce delivers one of life's hardest blows. The relationships you counted on are suddenly gone. But you don't have to walk through this alone. Call Cordell & Cordell. You're not alone.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Orlando area attorneys. Office in Orlando. Lisa Cargis, Florida resident partner. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois only. CordellCordell.com.
Panera believes in saying yes,
Yes to clean, fresh ingredients. Yes to the new chicken sausage and pepperoni flatbread topped with rich mozzarella. Yes to delicious mac and cheese. Yes to putting it on a sandwich, creating the grilled mac and cheese sandwich. And yes to impromptu road trips to Sandwich, Illinois. Because that's living life to the flavor fullest. Get $1 delivery when you order on our app. Panera. Live your yes. Pricing and product availability may vary. Visit PaneraBread.com.
Take your identity into your own hands with the help of Privacy Guard. Privacy Guard is an identity monitoring service that can help you maintain control over your credit and identity information. Check your Triple Bureau credit scores each month. View identity theft alerts, and you're just a tap away from a dedicated identity theft specialist. The Privacy Guard app is free to members, so enroll on the app or at privacyguard.com/today. Plans are just $1 for the first 14 days, then as low as $9.99 a month, and they automatically renew monthly until canceled.
Get ready to come on down. The Price is Right Live is on its way, on stage and in person. Featuring an award-winning host, your favorite games, and fabulous cash prizes. $5,000! Will you be the next contestant?
We showed up and we won!
Get your tickets now for The Price is Right Live. No purchase necessary. For complete rules, visit or call the box office. The Price is Right Live at the Dr. Phillips Center, Sunday, October 24th. Tickets at drphillipscenter.org.
This hour of programming brought to you in part by FAS Windows and Doors.
This is about as good as it gets. Like and follow at Real Radio 1041 on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. This is the Jim Colbert Show. Also available on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. Just search The Jim Colbert Show.
All right, welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. We'll have a keyword for you in about 9 minutes or so. That's your first opportunity to win $1,000 from us here on the Jim Colbert Show. When you hear that word, text it to 200-200 for your shot to win. Again, we'll do that at 4 o'clock.
You'll be our first winner yesterday.
Did you just say the 4 o'clock word would be your first opportunity?
Well, for our show.
So we're not counting 3 o'clock. I'm going to have to enter that as evidence.
Oh. What are you talking about? Oh, yeah.
Second attempt for our show.
There we go.
To get another winner. Did that come up in the meeting?
You could say that. No, it did not. You could say that we're not used to having a 3 o'clock word, but they've expanded the amount of giveaways. We're doing 16 instead of 12, so it's every hour. It's easier to remember from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. every hour. And by the way, don't sleep on those late night chances because I think less people are playing later in the evening.
I would be doing that very thing. All right, 407-916-1041. Before we went to break, I was telling you guys there was a major announcement from Netflix today on the return and final season of a very popular show that, of course, was shut down due to COVID, and then people wondered if it would ever come back.
Gilligan's Island.
No.
Please tell me it's the one show. The one show
I don't even know if
waiting for.
I don't know if this Ross was even into this show.
Oh.
I watched the first season.
Do you know which one I'm talking about?
I believe.
Yeah. Ozark is coming back.
Yay!
January 21st, 2022 will be the start of the final season of Ozark, the extremely popular show with Jason Bateman, which uses his personality to an absolute T.
Yeah.
And it is a great, if you haven't checked it out, I mean, it is a wonderful program. Season 1 was exceptionally good.
It's suspenseful. It's stressful.
Yes.
The entire time.
It is.
And yet funny.
It's also very blue.
It is very blue.
Yes.
It is very
What
blue.
do you mean by that? Oh, you mean the
colors.
language?
Visually.
Visually. They use a lot of blues.
They wash out
Yeah.
It's almost like in a blue filter.
I heard they're also splitting this season, so it's not going to be as long because it's the final one.
And I'm glad to, and I heard rumors of this, and I'm glad you have these official dates because forever, for the past year, any media entity interested in using, let's say, call it clickbait, will put that picture up of Ozark and say, find out which shows are not coming back or which show is Netflix canceled. And that's always the image they use because they figure people are going to be like, what? You can't cancel Ozark.
So that's how they got me.
It's so beloved that people want to know. I mean, is it this one? Is it this one? Of course, it's coming back. It'll finally wrap the story up. Of course, if you haven't watched the show, he has an interesting job.
He does. He's an accountant, but don't think they're all boring and buttoned up. And the way the last season ended, season 3 was just mind-blowing.
Was this one of the first? Is this one of the first seasons? Is this one of the first shows that you guys can remember with Ozark? We're going to get to break here in a second. What'd you do that's new at the top of the hour? That at any point in this show, every player could be gone with the exception of maybe Bateman. And even in season 2, I thought there was a possibility they were going to wipe him out and start the story over maybe with the woman or something like that. But nobody's safe in this show. They will take out a character that is like seemingly untouchable. I don't remember that being this prevalent in a show before this.
Well, you've never watched Game of Thrones.
You're right. I never did.
Oh, yeah.
Good point.
That's a very good point. But I think speaks to the point that Jack made about why it's stressful from the beginning of the show, and yet it hooks you. It's stressful from the moment it starts till the moment it ends because nothing is safe. No one is safe. And they're going to die potentially in the most what? Did that just happen?
And it's brutal because the people are brutal. So no one's ever safe. You never know what's going on. I mean, if you could put the mob in the mountains, buddy, it is it's a great show. So January 21st, put that on your calendar. Ozark will come back for its final season at the beginning of the year. All right, just take a little break. What'd you do that's new is next. We'll find out what Ross chose and what everybody thought about Daft Punk's album Discovery. We'll do that next.
Made Jimmy
Your
happy.
chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center, the lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry.
Stop and go traffic continues from a crash north on 417 between the Lake Jessup Toll Plaza and Lake Mary Boulevard. The right lane is blocked here. Heavy delays, too, from an accident eastbound on I-4 at OBT, taking up the right lane. And we're seeing slowdowns westbound on I-4 between World Drive and Osceola Polkline Road, and also between Sand Lake Road and Central Florida Parkway. See traffic problems? Call the traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by SeaWorld. Surprise the kids and kids at heart with trick-or-treating and family fun at Spooktacular. After sundown, gather your fearless friends for terrifying haunted houses and more at Hallow Scream. With treats by day and frights by night, the Halloween excitement doesn't stop this fall at SeaWorld Orlando.
Man, you're thinking about a new security system, maybe upgrading your existing system? Well, let me tell you about SafeTouch security systems. I don't know if you noticed when you watch news, you'll see the crimes happening recorded right there on the old doorbell camera, but guess what? Nothing happens. Because it's not hooked up to a security system. That is the problem. What good do those cameras do when they don't do anything for you other than take photographs? What happens then? That's why you need a SafeTouch security system backing all those cameras up. Hack resistant, never shares your internet or personal information. You simply can't lose. Digital cameras can be very, very complicated, and that's why the best system needs a SafeTouch security backing it up. Don't give the bad guys a doorway to invade your home. Call SafeTouch today and see the many options available to your home and your business. You will be surprised at how affordable a new SafeTouch integrated system can be. Call now. They have their popular options still available. Do what thousands have already done. Choose SafeTouch. And if you have an existing alarm that's not being monitored, guess what? SafeTouch can monitor that alarm and give you a lifetime warranty for $0 down, only $29.95 a month, and you don't even need a phone line. Hop on board today and get these guys on your property. You're going to love them. It's safetouch.com. You can also call 888-723-8682. Once again, guys, it's safetouch.com. State license EF233.
Fast Wi-Fi. You use it to connect just about everything, which means having fast Wi-Fi matters a lot. That's why Xfinity offers gig speed Wi-Fi, the fastest Wi-Fi you can get. That's a big deal. It's a big deal for streaming big games, having big meetings, and making big plans. It's a big deal for families with 1 kid, or 2 kids, or 3 kids, especially if there's 1 kid who has enough devices for 10 kids. It's a big deal for gamers who are streaming while someone else is posting about their virtual spin class. And yet, it's also a big deal for a quiet Friday night in, because fast Wi-Fi makes everything better. Now through October 31st, ask how to get a special offer of $300 back when you get gig speed internet, or get started with up to 50 megabits per second download speed for $20 a month for 12 12 months with a 1-year agreement. Click, call, or visit an Xfinity store today. Gig Wi-Fi requires gig internet and compatible gateway. Actual speeds vary and are not guaranteed. Offer requires paperless billing and autopay. Ends 10/31/21. New performance starter internet customers only. Equipment taxes and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply.
There are jewelers around that will steer you away from designer rings because they don't have them.
International Diamond Center owner Keith LeClaire.
The reason why they don't have them is they can't get them.
And that's why you'll only find the rings on every girl's wish list at International Diamond Center. Unique, handcrafted, American-made rings from designers like Tacori, Henry Dossi, Verragio, Gabrielle, Bezambar, and many more.
These world-class designers are extremely selective. They're not going to just let anybody sell their product.
And because IDC is a direct diamond importer, you can get a world-class designer ring and a beautiful diamond for the same price as those knockoffs at other stores.
At IDC, you can get the designer ring that she wants and the perfect diamond to go with it.
Don't compromise. Get her a ring she'll be proud to show off.
Don't make her settle for a cookie-cutter, China-made ring.
Get her a one-of-a-kind masterpiece at International Diamond Center.
We encourage you to go shop the competition and then come see us so we can show you the difference.
4 Orlando locations. Online at shopidc.com.
With RP Funding's digital mortgage, you can refinance your home loan to today's low rates from the comfort of your own home. Get started today and let me pay your closing costs. Lock in your low rate before it's too late. Visit rpfunding.com. NMLS 70168, Equal Housing Lender.
Mr. and Mrs. Flavor, thank you for joining us.
Great to be here. I'm Barry, the flavor of berry.
I'm Janet. I'm bitter.
And I understand your son is the flavor menthol?
Yes, he's the menthol in a menthol cigarette.
He's such a disappointment. Out there getting people addicted, being used by big tobacco to target black people. He could have been a lozenge.
Menthol cigarettes are harder to quit than regular cigarettes. Find out how to quit today at tobaccofreeflorida.com.
Tax problems can be extremely stressful and cause financial devastation. The tax attorneys at J. David Tax Law are right here in Orlando to be your personal advocate and resolve your IRS or state sales tax issues. J. David Tax Law focuses on your needs and case outcomes. Don't be fooled by out-of-town tax companies that focus only on signing you up without even working with an attorney. At J. David Tax Law, only highly experienced tax attorneys will represent you. If you have federal or state sales tax debt, payroll taxes, bank levies, wage garnishments, tax liens, or unfiled returns, have a face-to-face with J. David Tax Law and get the help you need. Never trust your tax situation to anyone you can't walk in and look in the eye. Call J. David Tax Law for a no-cost consultation at 407-603-3962. That's 407-603-3962. Or go to jdavidtaxlaw.com. Peace of mind is only a click or a phone call away.
McDonald's fries are so crispy and golden on the outside, yet so fluffy and warm on the inside, the only question is what to pair them with. A classic McDouble topped with a single slice of melty American cheese, or maybe a crispy McChicken served on a perfectly toasted bun. Every day, you can drive through and choose one to bundle with small fries for just $3.39. Whether you eat them first or save them for later, fries always come in a McDonald's bundle for $3.39. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
Getting a job at McDonald's means getting a job combo that fits you, like flexible scheduling with a side of working close to home, or feeling appreciated with a side of hours that work for you. So what's your job combo? Apply today at careers.mcdonalds.com. Get the right mix of great pay and great benefits, like employee meals and paid time off. Full-time positions are available too. Jobs you apply for may be in a restaurant owned by a franchisee, not McDonald's. Franchisees are responsible for all employment at their restaurants.
Liberty Mutual Insurance Company presents and Doug.
And we're back with Limu, Emu, and Doug for the final question. Category is things you climb.
All right, Limu, what do you think? You sure? We're going with Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance so you only pay for what you need.
Oh, so close. We were looking for stairs.
Huh. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
You do not want your AC to break down when it gets hot in the summertime in Central Florida, so make sure you get hold of Mills Air. They can help you with preventative maintenance on all brands. Preventative maintenance can save you so much money. They can detect upcoming breakdowns and you're not stuck. MillsAir.com, that's MillsAir.com.
As America's largest injury law firm, size is our strength. Morgan & Morgan.
Broadcasting live from the personal injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studio. Car accidents, other injuries, call pound 546 from your cell or visit whenyouneedus.com. You're listening to WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Available everywhere with the iHeartRadio app. Now #1 for podcasting. We are an iHeartRadio station.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Text the nationwide keyword WORK. 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 To the number 200-200. You'll get a confirmation text and info. Standard data and message rates apply in this nationwide contest. That's WORK. To the number 200-200. Good luck.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show on Real Radio 104.1.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1, 407-916-1041 to call us. Text us easily at 77031. Welcome back. I'm Jim. Deb is here along with Jack and Ross. Let's do What'd You Do That's New.
What'd you do that's new? Hey. What'd you do that's new? Hey. We're the only new, something new to do. We're relying on you. Tell us something new brought to you by Klausman Law.
Hey, thanks, Klausman Law. KLAUSMAN Law.com. Office is right there in Winter Park. 407-917-1718. Car crash call Klausman. He's a good guy. He'll certainly help you out if he can. That's for sure.
Doesn't this put a boogie in your butt?
All right, What'd You Do That's New? Is where each member of the show every Tuesday at 4 o'clock will choose something for the other members to watch. And, of course, we watch it that week, come back, discuss it. The next person goes, and we keep repeating that. You can see the master list of everything that's been chosen to watch at JimColbertLive.com. It's right there, including the choice that was made for today.
Watch, read, or listen
That's
to,
right.
as in today's example.
And
like
by the
you
way,
said, yeah.
I had to go back over the list today. Man, if you ever get stuck for an idea of something to just content out on and watch, go to our master list.
I was looking at it too.
It is a crapshoot Walmart bargain bin of things to watch and read and listen to. You never know. It's like a crane game, you know.
I've appreciated this segment because it's introduced me to things that otherwise I probably wouldn't have checked out.
So today, Ross, was your choice. What did you choose for us, friend?
I chose Daft Punk's massive, super successful, game-changing album. It is 20 years old, Discovery.
Their second album, right?
Yes.
After Homework.
And it changed me a lot because I learned how to dance. I have fun whenever I listen to this. I listen to this album probably multiple times a year still, and I never really stopped. They also have another album called Alive, which was them performing like a hodgepodge of all of their songs kind of spliced together. I really enjoyed that album, but it was this album that I suggested for you guys because I know it's dance music, but I also know that there's some disco vibes. I also know that there's some arena rock vibes. It made cheesiness cool 20 years ago, and I still think that the album itself is pretty damn timeless, which is why I suggested.
Got it. Who wants to go first?
Well, you.
No. I mean, everybody's going to. Jack, go.
Yeah, sure. Back in the early 90s, I became a fan of house music, which is now known as EDM. This is a prime example of that. And there's something true about most house music. And you can listen to it sober, but it's much better on drugs.
It is.
I would say that is true for actually most music, but especially
EDM.
Because it's very repetitive. If you are dealing in psychedelics, you don't mind the repetitive nature. As a matter of fact, you live on that, and you don't want it to end.
Okay.
But put it this way. Some of the comments when I wasn't alone when I was listening to this, and some of the comments that were floated about was, it sounds like a CD that's skipping.
Yep.
Another one was, this sounds like the demo version of an 80s keyboard.
Yep.
Like that demo song you would hit.
Right.
Moog.
Right. Yeah. So, outside of that, but for what it is, it's great. Dance music. Daft Punk hit it big with their collaboration with Pharrell with Get Lucky a few years ago. That really kind of elevated them musically. That was definitely their most popular hit. The first song on it, which is
Bigger, Harder, Stronger, Faster. That was another big hit for him off this one, wasn't it?
That was, and also One More Time. I believe. That was the one, and you could feel that. You could sense that one had that dance. In a club, that is going to be a hit
Like
in,
an
in
anthem.
a club.
Yeah, it's like a
Definitely
club
a club
anthem.
anthem.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. Bigger, Stronger, Faster, Harder. In a different order.
Harder, better, faster, stronger.
Is good. On the rejoin, though, you heard this one, which I just kept thinking this would be in a Nintendo video game.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
I was stone cold sober listening to it.
Yeah.
So my first adjective that came to mind was frothy. It's very frothy.
Frothy.
It's frothy.
I'm gonna
It's
look that
fun.
up.
When I was doing some research on the band and how they talked about how this reminded them of their music when they were children. It was a little bit more innocent. It wasn't so dark and brooding. But at the same time, and I kept thinking of Jimmy as I was listening to it, because as you feel like you're listening to a CD that's skipping, that internal anxiety level kept ramping up, and it was like, it's going to have to change the beat soon, or I'm going to have to get up and leave the room for a few, because this is pushing me over the edge.
Another comment that came from the person I was listening to who didn't want to be named, my wife, said there is an anticipatory nature to it. You kind of sense that something's going to happen. And in instrumentals, it's not lyrics.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. And that's why I felt that as the perfect antidote to this. I know you already made your choice, Jimmy, for what'd you do that's new for next week, but I was saying, man, the only way to counter this, because I know, being that, you have to assign a Tool album. It's got to be Undertow or Lateralis or Enema. It's got to be something to show just how you could not get more 180 from Ross's most seminal album in his life, Daft Punk Discovery.
Yeah, and I did not choose this because I was like, oh, they're going to love it.
And Jimmy seeing Tool in concert 15 times and is the only tattoo he's considered, not even his wife.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't have to say that out loud. That was a bad move on your part.
It makes you
do that.
Makes you a tool.
I'm really cool to you. You should be nice to me and not say that into the microphone.
Well, because it's not true.
Yeah, no, that's the bad part.
No, it's not
true. Let's see. Where do I start with this?
How much you loved it. How many days did it take you to listen to it? Did you start on?
I listened to half of it
last week, right?
Half of it last week, and then the other half of it today. But I actually listened to the entire thing again today to make sure that, because when I was cooking, it was just background music. I wanted to listen to it in its entirety, which I did today before the program.
See, that's the other thing, and music is the soundtrack to your life, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, what are you doing when you listen to it? And for this, I listened to it directly once, but another way I found where it was useful. Exercising.
Yes.
So I did my bike ride because it's easy, because it just, you just keep going and you don't need too much out of it.
And you can't not move.
Yeah.
The irony of the first track being called One More Time, when that's all the record does, is play the same beat one more time. Honestly, I'll be dead honest with you. This couldn't have missed me a lot more. I do like One More Time, and like some of the other, there's a couple other tunes. I'll tell you the songs I like, all right? Because I wrote them down. I made notes. All right, here's the songs I like. So One More Time is a good tune. That's the song. Harder, Better, I could really leave or go, because I actually like Kanye's, the remix version, better than that version of it. But let's see. High Life is a good tune, right? That's a fun song.
Yeah.
Something About Us is a cool tune.
Yeah, I love that one.
Because it changes, and I believe that was one that actually has a melody. And then Short Circuit is a song, when I heard that, I was like, wow, that is a stone-cold ripoff of Grandmaster Flash. I'm sure they probably sampled that. The problem I have is, like, the sampling is too close to me, to the original songs a little bit. I hear a little too much of that. To sum this up, in my opinion, this record sounds like somebody took the 70s and 80s and part of the 90s and mixed them into an album. That's what it sounds like.
But that's not a bad thing.
I didn't say it was a bad thing. In this case, for me, it's a bad thing because it wasn't cohesive to me. There were a couple of songs that were kind of cool, but the rest of it just was noise to me. Just a lot of sound that didn't really have any formation. It did not hit me musically. It did not.
Bet Mama Padge loved this album because this gave you an opportunity to burn off energy by dancing and I mean, you know, you're a hyper kid, right?
Oh, yeah, I was a hyper kid.
So this gave you the opportunity to channel it in a great way, win the school dance contest?
I heard this, I'm like, oh, this is totally going to be the Ross's wedding song.
This is a bang groove right here, kids.
Yeah, and then you hear the lyrics.
Yeah, and then I'm like, oh, bad call.
It's
bad
like
call.
really close to being like a wedding song.
Yeah.
And then you hear,
Then it's like the opposite
I might
of
not be the right one. You're like, okay, let's not play that at the wedding.
I can just picture like all the in-laws looking at each other like, I'm not.
What the hell? We paid for what?
I think the next lyric is, this might not be the right time. Uh-oh.
Yeah, this is cool too. So I can take about half of it. About half this album I think is okay. The other half I'm not a big fan of, buddy.
That is a far larger success than I was expecting.
Yeah, I can take about half this record.
There's 14 songs.
Yep.
I enjoy 13 of them.
Yeah.
So that's a W in my mind.
Yeah, I could take about half of these. You know, my 5, 6, 7 of them were okay. The others, it would be intolerable for me. That anxiety that Deborah was just talking about. That's where I just, whatever's playing and I throw into the river.
Yeah, because the way the beat is made, it works for like exercise. It works for an EDM, a Electric Daisy Festival, sitting on your couch and just feeling that ramping and it just staying there and staying there and staying there. It was just like,
It comes with some Molly.
Yeah.
Ross didn't give any of that to us.
We could do that for What'd You Do. That's
No, we're not doing that. Speaking of that, let's take a little break. We'll come back in a second and let you know what I've chosen for you guys to check out, which I think you're going to find amazing. We'll do that next. That's a good song, right?
Yeah, this is good.
A little jazzy, too, some of this.
Sexy.
A little R&B in there.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
What you do that's new, brought to you by Glenn Clausman, KLAUSMANLAW.com.
Proudly sponsored since day one by Glenn Clausman, ClausmanLaw.com.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center. Car crash? Call Clausman Law.
Our heaviest traffic right now is westbound on I-4 between World Drive and Osceola Polkline Road. It's slow too between Sand Lake Road and Central Florida Parkway. Authorities have cleared this wreck eastbound on I-4. Still some delays at OBT. Eastbound travel on the 408 getting busy between Old Winter Garden Road and John Young Parkway, as well as northbound 417 from an earlier wreck between Lake Jessup Toll Plaza and Lake Mary Boulevard. See traffic problems? Call the traffic tip line at 866-676-8477 from the Traffic Center. I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Nomi Health. Nomi Health is now providing quick and convenient COVID-19 rapid testing in the Orlando region for all drive-through testing locations and hours. Visit nomihealth.com/FL. That's nomihealth.com/FL. Slow the spread and get tested today with Nomi Health.
It's time to get a new bathroom for your house. Stop waiting. Stop pausing. Finally make that move you've been wanting to make now for many, many years. You love your house. You spent all this time working on it. The yard looks great. The paint is perfect. All the furniture is set. The flooring is good. Even the kitchen has been remodeled. But the problem is you've heard so many nightmare stories about dealing with subcontractors when it comes to bathroom remodeling. You don't want to make a move. You're paralyzed. Let me help you out. Rebath in Mid-Florida can be that answer for you because all they do is bathrooms. They tear them out. Then they put the one in. You help design. It's that simple, really, and it's a national company. You don't have to worry about a subcontractor taking a deposit and then disappearing for 3 weeks and it taking months to get your job done. And when it's said and done, they even switch the materials on you to save them money, still charging you full price. Not ever going to happen at Rebath in Mid-Florida. These guys have beautiful products, and you can actually see them and put your hands on them at their showroom, 436 up in Altamont, right across from Kobe. Very easy to find. And when you go in, you're going to see some models set up. That's just to show you what these products look like and what they can look like in a bathroom. Really, every bathroom is custom, and it's up to you to work with the design team to figure out what you want and how you want it, and then let them put it in. It's that simple. Book your appointment today and check out the before and after. It's very easy. It's Rebath, midfla.com.
This hour of programming brought to you in part by FAS Windows and Doors.
Spectrum Business knows small businesses are always looking to cut expenses. That's why we offer the best value on fast internet and phone. But we wanted to do more. So, how does 1 month free sound? Get 200 megabit per second internet for $49.99 a month and business phone for $19.99 a month. And right now, you can get 1 month of internet and phone and even TV for free. Call 855-258-5887 and switch to Spectrum Business. Restrictions apply.
Take your identity into your own hands with the help of Privacy Guard. Privacy Guard is an identity monitoring service that can help you maintain control over your credit and identity information. Check your Triple Bureau credit scores each month. View identity theft alerts, and you're just a tap away from a dedicated identity theft specialist. The Privacy Guard app is free to members, so enroll on the app or at privacyguard.com/today. Plans are just $1 for the first 14 days, then as low as $9.99 a month, and they automatically renew monthly until canceled.
You've heard of a pro tip. Here's a mo tip. After an accident, the insurance company may make you a quick offer to go away. They may also be offering you pennies on the dollar. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Mo DeWitt, Orlando attorney.
Find out just how much you can save on your monthly mortgage payments at rpfunding.com. I'm Robert Palmer, and I want to help you save thousands by refinancing your home loan and letting me pay your closing costs. Rates this low can't last forever, so lock in today. NMLS 70168, Equal Housing.
Hey, Orlando. Now you can get treated for everything from chest pains to ankle sprains at a third of the cost and half the time of an average ER visit. Say hello to a better emergency care experience. Say hello to GuideWell Emergency Doctors. Operated by Crucial Care. Time is based on the American College of Emergency Physicians. Cost comparison based on 2016 actuarial analysis of hospital-based ER visits.
When life-changing events happen, it helps to have an attorney on your side. At those moments, Kramer Law is here to help take the burden off your shoulders. If you've been injured in an auto, truck, or motorcycle accident, Kramer Law is here to take care of you every step of the way. We charge you nothing unless we recover money for you. No matter what the legal issue, we're here to go to bat for you. Kramer Law. OneFirmForLife.com. Offices Altamont Springs.
Duke Energy is ready to help you through this year's hurricane season. We're investing in a stronger, more resilient grid to help reduce and even prevent outages. And when storms strike, Duke Energy will be there to get the power back on as safely and quickly as possible, while keeping you informed. It's all part of building a smarter energy future. Paid for by Duke Energy shareholders.
O'Reilly Auto Parts specializes in keeping your car on the road. Not sure how much life is left in your battery? Our professional parts people will test it for free. If it does need to be replaced, we'll help you find just the right one to fit your car. Our Superstar batteries are built to handle even the toughest conditions. Visit O'Reilly Auto Parts today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Want more bites in your fright?
The free iHeart app has the largest collection of spooky podcasts on the planet, featuring 13 Days of Halloween, Season 2. The Sea, starring Kathy Najimy from Hocus Pocus.
The people here call me Mother.
13 original stories, one per day through Halloween, each in 3D audio to place you in the center of the story. Best experienced with headphones. Tap podcasts in the iHeart app to find this and a trick-or-treat bag full of podcasts, sure to make you squirm.
Since 1992, Mills Air has kept Orlando cool. Visit millsair.com to schedule your service today.
Radio. Real Radio. 104.1.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show, also available to watch.
Yeah. We like it when you watch.
At The Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Hope you're having a wonderful Tuesday afternoon. It's beautiful weather we're experiencing here in Central Florida. It's very nice.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Welcome back. I'm Jim. Deb is here.
Hello.
Jack is as well.
Greetings.
And so is Ross.
Let's go.
Still finishing up What'd You Do That's New. We started at 4 o'clock. By the way, your 4 o'clock keyword is...
Work.
Work. WRWORK. Text that to 200-200 for your shot to win that $1,000. Again, your 4 o'clock keyword is work.
Work.
Welcome back. So Ross chose Daft Punk. We just went over that. I have something very interesting for you guys to check out. It's more of a history thing, but
I like history.
Like I don't know what it is, and tell me if this is a dysfunction, because I don't know. But engineering disasters amaze me. and I don't want anybody to get hurt. It's just the idea of humans going bigger and bigger and bigger, and then learning by your mistakes. And those mistakes sometimes can be costly
and catastrophic.
And catastrophic. You do get that sometimes. And this is one of those situations that not many people actually have ever heard of, I believe. But my choice for you guys is a little video. I sent it over. I think it is only, how long is this thing?
Less than 9 minutes.
It's about 9-10 minutes?
Yeah.
Damn.
And it covers the disaster of the Lake Peigneur drilling accident in Louisiana, right? In Louisiana, there was apparently there are these giant salt domes that are under the earth, right? So when you tap into those salt domes, and they figure out by the density and by what?
What led you to this? Is it the fact that you can't have salt anymore?
No. It's so fun. I didn't even put that together. I honestly didn't even put that together. I'd had this to offer you guys a while back, and then just completely forgot about it. But it's only 10, like I said, it's only 10 minutes long, and you can actually find out more stuff about this if you want and look more. I found this to be the best comprehensive video that really explains it with illustrations of what happened. So it turns out that one of these giant salt deposits was actually ran under a lake called Lake Peigneur, which is a pretty big lake in Louisiana. Well, when they were drilling, so the salt mine went down 1,500 feet and actually went under the bed of the lake.
Oh, wow.
Right, that's where the salt was, and they would scrape the salt out. The mine was stable, but what happened was they were also at the time drilling for oil. Texaco was, and because of a miscalculation, the oil drill went into the top of the salt mine and emptied the entire lake into a 1,500-foot crevasse that was a giant salt mine. And this was a salt factory mine. It was not a, hey, we'll bring a couple carts out a week. This was a full-blown salt mine. And the entire thing that happened after that is genuinely one of the most amazing engineering fails of all time. Well, it really wasn't an engineering fail. It was just a mistake from the driller. But because of the nature of the drill, no one got hurt, by the way. Not one person died in this entire accident. Which is amazing. There were 55 people in that mine. But when you see the video and you see what happened, because there's a specific thing that happens when this lake, this gigantic lake, starts emptying them, as if someone just pulled the plug. If it was in a big basin, they just pulled the plug out. When that water at that level starts rushing and how it's connected to other bodies of water, I think you're going to be amazed. Like, it is very cool. Have you seen any of it yet? Did you check it out just out of curiosity?
I am like 98% sure. Not only that have we done this before?
Here's the deal.
I looked through the list and didn't see it.
There is something that seems familiar about it.
This is very familiar.
Really? I looked through the list and didn't see that I offered it.
I don't know if we talked about it before.
Oh, we've talked about it, but I don't think we've ever seen video of it before.
Yeah, because the video actually shows you images of what's happening. This happened in 1986.
Yeah.
Wow, really? We should have mentioned that to me before the program. I'd have picked something else.
Way to go, Ross.
I didn't, honestly, I looked through the list to make sure I'd never chosen it, that I didn't do that because we've been doing this for 3 years.
We've talked about it, but we've never seen video of it.
It's bananas, but check it out. It's JimColbertLive.com. It's the Lake Peigneur drilling accident.
Yeah, it's on our website.
It's on the website right now. You can kind of bring it up and watch it, and if you want to learn more about it, there's plenty to read about this accident. It really is amazing.
And at only 8.5 minutes, really, that still gives you plenty of time to assign a great Tool album.
I can't do double. I'll have to wait.
Come on.
I'll wait a month or you can do it. You're next.
You have the next pick.
Hey,
I know.
Did you have something very witchy to pick anyway?
Ooh.
Halloween. Yeah.
Did you guys decorate this year for Halloween? Anybody put any decorations up?
Got a wedding.
Yeah.
That's the best response ever.
You can't just buy some of that. You can't buy some of that fake spider web. It's like $1.
Don't you have a Rubbermaid container with last year's decorations that you just put out again like everyone else?
Yeah, I mean, everybody has that thing where you
I have
it's fall, y'all.
I have free decorations for you. Because I have decorations that I didn't use in my house, including a brand new spider web, never been opened, some bones. You can create your own spooky graveyard.
Man, were you, I can't remember. You were not home for Halloween last year, were you? Did you hand out candy?
I believe,
You did?
Well, there was no Halloween last year.
That's right. Pandemic.
Oh, wow,
It's been
there wasn't.
a long year for you, Jimmy.
Wow, it was. I totally forgot that there was zero.
You were acting a little goofy ever since you stopped eating salt.
It may be the alcohol.
I think that's it.
No, I don't know.
Or the lack of.
Yeah, I don't know. But the thing is, I totally forgot. I thought that there were contained like Halloween events for kids, like what the mall used to do.
I think there was.
Trunk and treat and stuff like that.
My favorite thing, I really hope I get some trick-or-treaters.
Well, you will in that neighborhood, dude. Are you kidding me?
Well, it's because I always wear my horse mask.
Oh, that's right.
And then my
And you scare the
fiance
hell out of 'em.
is a witch.
Right.
And I always go, don't trust the candy.
You guys did that the first year we were together.
It'll turn you into a horse.
That's what parents want to hear. Don't trust the candy.
Yeah.
But you didn't get any people rolling through, though.
We got some, but, I mean, they weren't very excited.
Jack, do you have trick-or-treaters in your neighborhood? A ton of them?
Do you decorate?
It's we put some stuff out. I mean, my neighbors kind of do
Biden
some more.
signs?
Yeah. Only every 4 years. But it's ranged where it's been like between 30 to 60 trick-or-treaters who would come by. Yeah.
How many?
30 to 60.
Oh, that's not bad.
No,
that's
it's average.
That's a good flow.
Yeah, but what's interesting is we've been there over 20 years, so it's like because when I used to take my kids when they were, very young up and down the block and through the neighborhood, but a lot of that neighborhood, it's like, they grow up, and so if new people don't move in with younger kids, it's like it changes. It's that same issue school systems have to deal with.
Yeah,
right?
true. It's the exact same thing happened. It didn't happen in Baldwin because my God Almighty, Baldwin Park, by the way, is the designated Halloween neighborhood for all of Orlando.
Well, yeah, because you see all those cars rolling through, you're going to get a full-size candy bar.
Zero lot lines, so you have the doors so close to each other. Affluent neighborhood.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You can walk the block, the building I lived in. It was townhouses. I think there were 8 in the building I lived in, 8 in the one next, 8 across the street. So you could just walk around the park that I lived on and not be able to carry your bag. And that is I could throw a baseball around that. Jack's right. Every 10 feet, there's a door handing out pretty good candy.
Well, didn't you?
It cost me $230 to buy candy, and it lasted an hour and 11 minutes.
Yeah, I go at the very 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. I go to Baldwin Park. I'll just hit them once, then run home and give out that candy.
It's so smart, Jack. Now, we decorated big time. We put
That
up
would
lights,
be the most fragile thing you ever did in your life.
witches. I mean, we put all kinds of decorations.
Yeah, yours look good, man. For me, it's weird because nobody comes to my house. You can't even see my house.
I actually thought about that. It's
you're not going to get
there's
anything.
no point for you.
No.
Even are you? I mean, you can do some Christmas stuff, but
there are trick-or-treaters because when you leave the neighborhood, there's a gate guard there, and there's stuff that they put up on a billboard. So when you're leaving the neighborhood, you can read what's on the billboard. They do plan to do trick-or-treating. It's just the houses are 5 acres apart.
With a golf cart,
that's what I think they're going to wind up doing.
Well, yeah, because just walking up your driveway would be like, screw it, the candy's not worth it.
And I think you have to have either you have to turn your outside lights on or indicate on your mailbox or something that you're giving away, or maybe even just set out the end of your driveway.
Well, we've been told not to expect too much because
really,
last year they said and the years before just a smattering of kids.
But Mount Dora is, Mount Dora is not quite a retirement community, but it's not far from it, right? I mean, it's a community.
No, the median age is like 39, 40.
Is it really?
Oh, yeah. And that's why I was surprised because I've got young mothers walking young kids in front of our house all the time. So the thought that that you wouldn't come here to trick or treat. We're all decorated.
Wow.
We're ready for you.
Jimmy, just put out your sign like court ordered, not allowed to be around kids. That'll keep them away.
It's just sitting in the garage getting dusty anyway.
That's one of my favorite SNL bits of all time. Will Forte. It's
the best.
Where he goes as a pedophile.
I don't even think he's asking for candy. He's just asking them to sign these papers.
Sign a waiver.
Yeah. Just to acknowledge that I live next to you.
That I told you I live next to you, right?
Yeah. I found out what my costume is this year.
What?
Oh, yeah?
Are you guys doing a party or something?
Yeah, we're going to a party.
Very nice. So no trick-or-treating for you for the kids, or is it Halloween night?
That's probably Saturday night's the party, right?
I don't know. I think
Sunday,
it might
Halloween Sunday, right?
Yeah.
I think it's Halloween Sunday.
Oh,
I
wow.
think that's where the party is.
Well, that's hardcore.
That is, because that's Hangover Monday. Let's see how late Ross is.
So you did the horse mask. You've been,
I've been a bunch of things, but this year I'm going as WandaVision.
Oh.
So my girl will be playing
Agatha?
Wanda.
Oh, okay.
And I will be playing the role of Vision.
Okay.
problem is, got to show up in red face.
Yeah. And
oh,
tights.
man.
And yeah, and it's also like if you've seen the show, we're dressing up as the vintage. There's an episode in the show where it's Halloween in the story, and then they dress up like the 1950s, 1960s version.
And anything went then.
And I already got one costume piece in, Jim. Oh, man. It's, she got me good. She always gets me good.
Got to wear a dance belt.
This little tradition that we have has gotten quickly weaponized.
Oh, really?
Really?
Yeah.
So what are you forced to wear now?
You know, like those zoot suits?
Yeah, sure.
Right? When it like completely covers your body?
Yeah.
Neon green.
A neon green zoot suit with red face.
With green moose knuckle and all.
Man, can I tell you something? That show dropped off the planet, right? Like, I mean, everybody talked about it, and then it went away, and then I've heard no one talk about the reboot or when it's coming back or nothing.
There's no well, it's a
Is it
limited
done?
series. Yeah. As a matter of fact, The Neighbor they actually made a spin-off based on the popularity of The Neighbor in it.
Yeah.
I thought the show was like a series, like it was like it was seasons.
No, Marvel did. No, they have 4. It was the Winter Soldier one. It was Loki, and I don't know what the 4th one is.
And I think Loki is getting a season 2.
Oh, is it the Wolfman guy?
Yeah.
Is it what's his face? Did we just talk about this?
Hugh Jackman.
Yeah, isn't that guy Wolverine? Are they doing one with that guy?
Don't know that, but what I do know is that it costs an amazing amount of money per episode for WandaVision.
Did it really?
And the amount of Emmys they won. Now, from what I last read, they were planning to do a spin-off based on the Agatha character. That's what. Now, Ross, real quick, are you talking about the yellow shorts?
Yeah.
Oh, Jimmy, this is an image of what your boy's going to be going as.
Look at me.
This is what his wife, his fiance, is going to be going in a red.
It's the Packers uniform with a red face.
Basically.
It's basically the Packers colors.
I mean, I got a cool yellow cape.
Yeah.
But,
Can you say cool and then say yellow cape?
I think capes are badass.
Robin had a cape.
Yeah. Like I said.
I think I made the point.
Yeah.
So did Batman. Why would you go with straight Robin?
Batman doesn't have a yellow cape, does he?
He doesn't have a yellow
It's black
cape.
or blue,
Yeah,
right?
he's
It's part of his cowl, is it not?
Yellow cape.
I don't think Jim's
That's
judgment
Robin.
over the yellow cape was the yellow part. I think
it's
you were
part of it.
Is the cape
Enjoy
part,
this
really?
cosplay you've got going on, Ross.
Yeah, you don't like capes.
This is some dope ass Hooter shorts too, buddy. Those look good on you. They're gonna look nice with that big old fat round ass of yours.
No, it's so bad.
Yeah, it's not there.
You know what?
You just have a long back with a crack in it.
You know what my butt cheeks look like? I was actually looking at them yesterday, and I went, "Wow, look at that."
I suffer from no crack at
You
all.
can scratch your ass from the front.
Remember when you were like 6 or 7, and then you had a birthday party, and you got birthday balloons, and then all of a sudden there's that one birthday balloon that was like underneath your bed that you find like 7 months later, and it's kind of like deflated.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it happens every day.
That's my butt.
Okay.
I got 2 of those 6-7 month expired balloons.
2 chicken bags.
By the way, thanks to Real Mobile 77031, that 4th Marvel product that they're putting out that's Disney Plus, Hawkeye,
Right,
the series, with Carlos on it.
Yeah. Why would we forget that?
By the way, he's on the new trailer as well.
Is he really? That's cool.
Oh, dude, taking a bat to Jeremy Renner.
Damn, really?
Oh, it's pretty cool.
How'd he hit him? Isn't Renner like 5'4"?
Right in the knee.
Oh, wow. All right, 407-916-1041. You can text us at 77031. So where's the party, buddy?
It's at my friend's house.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's a rager. You want to go? You want to show up as Doc Ock?
I got to be careful when you invite me because the last time you invited me to do something, it kind of went weird. It was weird for us, right?
What are you talking about?
I mean, you were about to invite me to do something last week, and it turned really odd. So if you invite me to a party, I don't know if it's authentic or not, so I have to be careful.
This is an authentic Halloween party with plenty of booze.
Plenty of booze. Things I can't have. Is there plenty of salt as well?
Yeah.
Way to go, Ross.
Appreciate that as well.
Way to rub it in.
Oh, yeah.
In my defense, I meant to rub it in.
Okay.
It would be a lot of fun. I
don't think I would be invited. I don't think I'd fit in, buddy.
I think you would fit in.
All your friends are like very young, and I don't know that I'd have anything in common with
Ross
them.
brought his dad.
No, it'd just be like,
Ross
hey.
brought his radio dad.
He brought his cool uncle. Is he buying beer for everybody?
Wow, this guy's prosthetics are awesome. Wow.
What would the prosthetics be?
You.
That's what I'm
I know what I'm saying. What would be prosthetic?
Nothing. You just show
You
up.
need a mirror?
You just show up, organic.
Oh, and then we just
tell
them
people,
it's you.
I wasn't going to, no, because I already got my costume.
Just a contemporary.
You lost me.
So you just show up,
Okay.
and then I lie to a bunch of people going, yeah, I went to high school with this guy. He's super cool. And then everyone's going to be like, wow, his makeup is so awesome.
Very good. All right, 407-916. See, that's the insult I was really working toward.
Well, then you just walk up, purple face, snap your fingers, you're Thanos.
Purple face is about to happen naturally anyway.
Yeah.
With my blood
Oh, yeah.
going crazy. All right, 407-916-1041. If you've been watching the news, there's this very interesting story. So a group of Haitians have kidnapped 17 missionaries over in Haiti.
Including children.
I think a couple, 2 or 3 kids, right? And now they announced today they want $17 million to get them back. We'll talk about that next.
Hey.
Real radio is Real Music Weekends. Real Music Weekends. This weekend on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by attorney Mo DeWitt. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com.
Well, hey there, everyone. Good Tuesday morning. Fox 35 Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Jamie King now. Fox 35 Storm Center. Your forecast update on this Tuesday for Central Florida. Another great one. 85, that afternoon high. We're mostly sunny and pretty warm out there overall. Humidity, though, is still in check. Pretty tolerable out there, so pretty comfortably warm. East-northeast winds at 5 to 15. We'll keep it dry. We'll have a bit of a breezier type scenario down to the coastal areas today. Some low 80s there for you. 65 tonight. Mainly clear, calm, comfy, late dry weather continues. East-northeast winds at 5. And for your Wednesday and Thursday, warm highs, mid-upper 80s, lows in the 60s with dry skies. For Fox 35, I'm Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Jamie King.
This report is sponsored by SeaWorld. Surprise the kids and kids at heart with trick-or-treating and family fun at Spooktacular. After sundown, gather your fearless friends for terrifying haunted houses and more at Hallow Scream. With treats by day and frights by night, the Halloween excitement doesn't stop this fall at SeaWorld Orlando.
Fall is a great time for a beautiful new fence from our friends over at Mossy Oak Fence. That's exactly when I got mine last fall. You will love yours. What they did for my place is simply amazing, adding appeal and value to my home, but more importantly, giving me safety, security for my family, my kids, and my pets. And that's exactly what they did. Simply amazing craftsmanship, a bunch of different materials to choose from as well. And they set the standard for quality, giving you the best warranty in the business. Guys, we are talking premium quality custom fences that are built to last. And all you have to do is call or visit mossyoakfences.com. That is where your family safety and security is their number one priority. It's easy. Book your appointment today. It's mossyoakfences.com.
When you owe the IRS or state sales tax and can't pay, call J. David Tax Law for effective tax help. J. David Tax Law can stop IRS or state collection actions and protect you from financial ruin. Call J. David Tax Law for a no-cost consultation at 407-603-3962. That's 407-603-3962 or at jdavidtaxlaw.com. Peace of mind is only a click or phone call away.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here. Get your taste buds ready for a blast off. Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex is launching 2 irresistible ways to get a taste of space. October 8th through November 5th, join us for Fall Bites, where you can enjoy fresh fall flavors and local craft beers at our Orbit and Moon Rock cafes. And it all leads up to a culinary journey, a progressive dinner, and Mars-Teeny Shake-Off on November 5th. Tickets are going fast, so visit KennedySpaceCenter.com today.
Last Halloween, a new podcast scared us all to the bone. Now, 13 Days of Halloween is back. Starting October 19th, you'll hear one story each night, ending on Halloween. And beware, this show is produced in cutting-edge 3D audio for a truly immersive, terrifying tale.
Nothing comes out of these waters once it's gone in.
From iHeartRadio 3D Audio and Blumhouse Television, listen to 13 Days of Halloween on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Some chainsaws just don't cut it, but not the Steel MS-170 chainsaw at Northern Tool. It cuts everything but corners. It's lightweight, powerful, and gets the job done right. Shop in store or research your next Steel tool online at northerntool.com. Northern Tool and Equipment. Quality tools for serious work.
Stop into Northern Tool and Equipment today for our Geared and Ready sale. Save on Milwaukee and DeWalt power tools, generators, pressure washers, heaters, shop equipment, and more.
Remember when that hurricane took out my lanai?
You mean sunroom?
Same thing. My AAA insurance agent helped make sure I had the right home and auto coverage, so we rebuilt it.
Seriously? Insurance through AAA?
Seriously, I saved over $800 on both home and auto together, and my new lanai is beautiful.
Seriously? You're still calling it a lanai?
The home and auto insurance bundle through AAA. Serious coverage, serious savings. Learn more at AAA.com/seriously. Discounts and savings opportunities subject to eligibility. Savings amounts may vary. Insurance underwritten by Auto Club Insurance Company of Florida.
Hey, Central Florida, it's time to up your standard of driving. RC Hill here from RC Hill Mitsubishi. Are you sick of driving a car you hate? Raise the bar in a nice new car and lower your monthly payment at the same time. Used cars from just $69 per month. New cars from just $129 per month. Raise the bar and I'll get more for your old car. We'll pay up to $5,000 over appraised value for your clunker. Is your credit score lower than you like? We will help you get approved. That's what makes us your car dealer next door. Give it a try. I'm raising the bar and making my best offer ever. Like brand new Mirage's 43 miles per gallon lifetime warranty. And introducing the all-new 2022 Outlander in stock and ready for delivery. Plus, check out our certified used cars. Monthly payments from just $69 per month. Trade-ins will pay over appraised value. So get here quick. I'm RC Hill, your car dealer next door. Central Florida's first choice for new Mitsubishis. Visit me at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
Credit requires bank approval. Mirage 9900 72 months. 2.9 APR. $9 down. $249 payment plus tax tag fees. Max trade incentive based on purchase.
This year full of real radio is brought to you by Clausman Law. Car crash? Call Glenn Clausman. ClausmanLaw.com.
Dangling the proverbial carrot since 1993. Whatever the hell that means. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Real Radio 1041. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. We now return to the Jim Colbert Show. Already in progress.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Welcome back. I am Jim. Deb, Jack, and Ross are here as well. 407-916-1041 to call the show. Text us at 77031. 5 o'clock keyword coming up in about 15. Keep your ears peeled for that when you hear it. Text it to the number 200-200 for your shot to win that $1,000. Also, the blog at Jim Colbert Live is up, and we do have the What'd You Do That's New choice for my choice today, the engineering failure of the Lake Pinier drilling accident. It's only about 9 minutes long, 8-9 minutes long. Good watch. Very interesting case. Happened in 1986 in Louisiana.
Yeah, it's 8 minutes and 25 seconds.
There you go. All right, before we went to break, we're talking about this story that is everywhere right now. So a group of American missionaries was over in Haiti. By the way, this group has done tons of trips to Haiti. They've been over there helping for years. Thousands of children and the elderly. They've been helping them get food, supplies, school, things like that. Of course, while doing so, ministering them. That's the whole idea of a missionary. 17 American, a Canadian missionary, and there are 5 children. The youngest is 8 months old. 3, 6, 13, and 15. I mean, I understand you have a calling, but taking an 8-month-old, a 3-year-old, and a 6-year-old to a country like Haiti at a time like this, ravaged by earthquakes, overrun by gangs,
presidential assassination.
It is just, I understand that calling. I've actually, believe it or not, you're not going to believe this, I did mission work in my life before when I was very young. I've done that. It's true.
Where'd you go?
We went to Miami, and we went to...
I think that might have just been a Hurricanes game.
No, we went to Miami, and we went to New Hampshire with a skateboarding ministry. That's a true story. So with that said, I the idea of doing this was you're spreading the word and
right.
you're providing help, and of course that happens all over the globe. But a 3-year-old, 8-month-old, 6-year-old, 13, 15. The oldest is 48 years old, and the youngest, of course, the youngest adult is 18 years old. 5 men, 7 women. They won $1 million apiece. And by the way, this is this gang that is doing this is called the 400 Mawozo, Mawozo. Apparently becoming a pretty powerful gang in the area around Port-au-Prince there in Haiti, which is, of course, is it the capital of Haiti, Port-au-Prince?
Yes.
I think it is, yes. So around that area, they have been very prevalent. They say there's about 150 members of this gang. FBI already on board handling the investigation and the negotiations along with Haitian police. And it says here that usually these guys kidnap other Haitians, some foreign dignitaries, stuff like that. And the mostly demands are like 20,000, 300, 600, whatever they think they can get from somebody that doesn't really have a lot. They'll ask for the max. Of course, when you abduct Americans, Americans in a ministry, they know that the government is going to come for them. And they are negotiating and hoping that the government pays. And apparently, within the context of the story that I read today, they are not negotiating. There's no, hey, we'll take $500,000 a person. They are standing pat.
Which is fine, because they can stand pat and do this tit for tat while our special ops can go in there and get a beat on where they're being kept and go in and get them out.
This is going to end poorly. This is going to end poorly for a whole bunch of people who are in Haiti. Because I'm telling you, when they go in, they're going to go in heavy, man. If they can't negotiate their way out of this, and the reality of abducting Americans with
I think that, and when you talk about special ops and ending poorly, how is it going to end for the 16 captives?
But I would say that more than likely, when you go into a nation that, not that volatile, it is volatile. I think we have a relatively good working relationship with Haiti. I think we do.
I believe we do. I think that the bigger issue here is how this kidnapping could affect future aid to Haiti, because however how many times missionaries go affects the aid that the country receives. So if there's going to be fewer mission trips to Haiti, then the entire country suffers.
Right, because of the gang of 150 people.
Because of a gang of 150 people, which is so often the case with these abjectly just poverty-driven countries. Everyone is driven to just desperation.
That's exactly what they say is happening here. That there's just so many people that don't have anything, no medical care, no nothing.
And you can't look to the government. You have a president who was just assassinated. You just were dealing with, a 7.2 magnitude earthquake before.
Hurricanes before that. Yeah.
It's just,
and this is
so unstable.
It's an ongoing story of Haiti.
It is. And unfortunately, the missionaries are the biggest difference makers when it comes to the everyday Haitian, and they're making any improvement in their lives. It doesn't come. There's so much corruption even when the government is working.
Let me tell you, you guys remember I went on that cruise and did that big that pterodactyl zip line in Haiti because that was one of the stops. I think it's called Labadee is the stop there in Haiti, right?
Yeah.
So when you go to Labadee, and much like a lot of these countries that have these cruise ship stops, they make a deal with the country. You stay the F away from anybody that's even near this place.
Right.
And we will do this for you. We'll keep bringing this money here, blah, blah, blah. Well, with Labadee, with this particular thing, you had to leave the resort, the area, through a gate and then drive through a road up to where the zip line starts. But once you leave that gate, you are in Haiti. I mean, there is no question you're in Haiti. And the reason I know this is when we left that gate, there were probably 50 people just gathered around the entrance, asking for you to throw something out to them or whatever. Well, when we get there, the first day we went, how did this work out?
It's
because we got to go on the line. The first day we were there, something happened where they couldn't take us to one of the features we wanted to go because the locals had taken over the road, and we're standing there with they were standing there. They said the road was washed out, but we heard from one of the islanders the road was not washed out. There's been no rain. The problem is the islanders were standing there demanding like a toll. In other words, if you want to pass here and go up there and make your $1,000 to have these guys run down this zip line, it's going to cost you $100 here.
Did you zip line?
Yeah.
Did you zip line over like people asking for stuff?
No, over water. It was just the road leading up to where the zip line starts. There were people that are doing that.
I've done that zip line before.
Yeah.
It's a really good zip line.
It is an incredible zip line, but you know exactly the road I'm talking about then and leaving that gate.
Yep.
Did you have that experience as well?
You know something? I didn't remember it being anything odd outside because it just had that vibe of you're on the cruise ship portion of an island. When you disembark, you get on there and you're kind of in that cruise ship world. And I
You feel
remember,
you're safe?
Yeah, taking the bus up to the top, zipping you in, and then going down. We did that and had a blast.
In Colombia in the 1980s, during the drug cartel fights, there were so many kidnappings that there is a radio station dedicated so that the kidnapped individuals can communicate with their family
That's
by
incredible,
broadcasting and letting them know that that's how many people are kidnapped. There's so many places in the world, like Brazil, beautiful country. Don't stop at red lights at night.
Mexico.
All of them.
Parts of Mexico. By the way, it says the missionaries are affiliated with an Ohio-based Christian aid ministries. They have an entire thing down there in Haiti.
Oh,
There are
yeah.
Photographs of a part of the story. I mean, they do good work. They were leaving an orphanage. They were leaving an orphanage from doing work at the orphanage when they were abducted in a van. And I guess the MO of this particular group, the 400 Mowozo, is to take large groups, is to get vans. That's what they want to do because they want as many people in there as possible.
They say kidnappings in Haiti are up 300% this year, over 600 people. And usually it's, like you said earlier, it's mostly Haitians that they kidnap. Not that it makes it any, better, but, now it does, change the game when you, cross that international line and you're bringing in now, American and Canadian interests.
And
that's the world of hurt I'm talking about, because when you're abducting Haitians that have nothing to fight back with, it's different than abducting Americans that, can snipe your ass pretty quickly.
Someone just texted us at 77031. I've been on 2 different missionary trips to Haiti since the big earthquake. It's not a safe place, but I never felt that kind of unsafe.
Wow. One guy here says we had armed guards following us up the mountain when we did the zip line. Armed guards to take you to do a zip line.
Yeah, I didn't take you guys as big zip guys.
Well, I mean, I didn't want to do it. It was just a thing from the family because I was terrified. I hate heights. Matter of fact, the one day we went through the entire process of learning how to do it, because you go through this entire class that takes like an hour, and then they said, "No, road washed out." And then that's when one of the islanders came up and said, "No, road ain't washed out, bro." They're helping you out though. There's a bunch of machete fools out there about to get busy. You don't want to be a part of that.
So mad. I had a GoPro, and it was the 4 of us, my whole family. We were doing it, and I remember I had the GoPro mounted, and I look over at my daughter who was going down, and her hair was flying back. Just unbelievably cool video. We get down, we're hanging out on the beach, and it was like corrupt file.
Oh,
never got that.
They kidnapped your file.
Wait, where was this thing mounted?
What do you mean, the GoPro?
Yeah.
It's probably on a
It
headband.
could have been on my helmet. You don't know.
No, I'm not doubting the story. I'm just trying to get the picture.
Yeah. By the way,
so is he.
This group, by the way, in recent weeks have been involved in rebuilding project people who lost their homes. So they were actually there trying to help people who live there by building them shelter. Before the kidnapping, their work across the country included supporting thousands of school children, distributing Bibles and Christian literature, as well as supplying medicine to clinics and teaching Haitian pastors and providing food for the elderly and the vulnerable. Why wouldn't you kidnap them and bring that to an end?
Well, you're not going to get any money for a drug dealer, Jimmy.
You're not, but the pain that you're going to get by kidnapping an American could be discussed. You think they'll just pay him?
No. Well,
I can imagine they're going to pay him, right?
They're not going to publicly say it.
You're going to set a precedent for that, or because basically you have just shut down all visits for Americans to Haiti. I mean, when all this stuff started happening in Mexico, all the people I knew that used to travel there would be like, "No, I'm not even going to give it a shot. Not even in the tourist spots. I'm not going."
But a terrorist group does not care about.
They do not. No, I know that.
Mission trips being shut down. They're out if they can cash in on this.
Obviously not, but what they're doing is just not shutting down the mission trip. Like Deb is saying, you're now shutting down all aid you may get, and even worse, shut down any possible tourism that you could get over the next. I mean, as the economy opens back up and those areas come, I mean, who wants to go there? I'm not going to go there. I don't need to see Haiti for that.
And that's why I believe through back channels our government is working and is negotiating, but publicly, of course, they will never be able to come out and say that they have. But in the past, we've heard of other kidnappings where they admitted, we ended up paying the ransom.
Yeah, and before we get out of here, just for this last little parting shot before we get to the 5 o'clock hour, among the kidnapped members are members of a family of the congregation of the Drunken Brethren Church. The Dunkard Brethren
you really
Church.
miss alcohol, don't you?
Oh, man. I was like, Drunkard Brethren?
Yeah.
How much does it cost to live in Michigan? All right, 407-916-1041. Back with more of the Jim Colbert Show right after this.
Oh, Lord, get him some salt.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center, the lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry.
We're looking at bumper-to-bumper volume eastbound on I-4 at this hour between Conroy Road and Lee Road. It's also heavy, too, in the westbound direction between World Drive and Osceola Polk Line Road. And also it's steady between Park Street and Ivanhoe Boulevard, as well as between Sand Lake Road and Central Florida Parkway. Delays continue north on 429 between Colonial Drive and Plant Street. 417 is back up to speed. See traffic problems? Call the traffic tip line at 866-676-8477 from the Traffic Center. I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Nomi Health. Nomi Health is now providing quick and convenient COVID-19 rapid testing in the Orlando region for all drive-through testing locations and hours. Visit nomihealth.com/FL. That's nomihealth.com/FL. Slow the spread and get tested today with Nomi Health.
One of the best improvements you can make in your home is upgrading the doors and the windows, and the company you should choose is FAS Windows and Doors. It's a company that's been advertising on Real Radio for decades. They're great people with a great product. FAS stands for Father and Son, and that's Ernie and John Wilding, and they have a great product, and they do an amazing job. And you know who said so? The inspector in my city who inspected the job that they did, because they set all of that up, and then the inspector comes in and he looks, and I just remember him going, excellent, excellent, excellent for each one of the windows as he checked them out. So they do an excellent job, and it's a great product. You can improve the energy efficiency of your home with new windows and improve the security with Security Impact Glass, not to mention the instant curb appeal. Boom, it goes up the day they are installed. See what they can do for you. Showroom in Winter Park, right on Fairbanks, right off of I-4, where you check them online. It's FASWD.com.
Real Radio wants to help you prepare for the holiday season by putting $1,000 in your hand.
What's that? You're new to Florida and aren't quite sure how the contest works?
Listen up. iHeartRadio takes $400,000 and gives it away $1,000 at a time. 16 times each weekday, we play a keyword near the top of each hour from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. When you hear that keyword, you text it to the number 200-200. Then about an hour later, if your phone rings, answer it, and you may just get $1,000 in your hand. This national contest on Real Radio is presented locally by Mills Air.
In business since 1992, Mills Air in Central Florida for over 28 years. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. Upgrade right now. Up to $1,275 in rebates are ready to go. MillsAir.com. That's MillsAir.com.
Spectrum Business knows small businesses are always looking to cut expenses. That's why we offer the best value on fast internet and phone. But we wanted to do more. So, how does 1 month free sound? Get 200 megabit per second internet for $49.99 a month and business phone for $19.99 a month. And right now, you can get 1 month of internet and phone and even TV for free. Call 855-258-5887 and switch to Spectrum Business. Restrictions apply.
Searching for things these days can be confusing. Searching for the right lawyer doesn't need to be. I'm Steve Kramer, and our firm is committed to helping you with any legal issue. Kramer Law, one firm for life. Offices, Altamont Springs. OneFirmForLife.com.
It gets hot in the summertime, and last year, I'm so glad I found Mills Air because they were able to switch out my old system for a Carrier system, and I saved so much money when it comes to my power bill. It is MillsAir.com. That's MillsAir.com. Have them check out your system, MillsAir.com.
What are the core values at International Diamond Center?
Integrity, stand behind your product, be involved in the community, give back if you've been blessed, and take care of your people.
That's Keith LeClaire at IDC, who along with his wife Peggy just announced the creation of the Fifth Sea Foundation, the charitable arm of IDC.
When God blesses you, you want to be able to reach out to make a difference in the lives of so many different people.
Peggy, Keith, and the rest of the IDC family created the Fifth Sea Foundation to focus on 3 key initiatives: give kids a chance, support military families, and end human trafficking.
Pick the ones that are closest to your heart, stay true to it, provide, and help society. That's what IDC is all about.
The Fifth Sea Foundation, a focused and more impactful approach to making a difference in our community, helping to fund and volunteering with organizations that align with IDC and the LeClaire family mission.
This is my passion.
International Diamond Center, family owned for more than 35 years, blessed with tens of thousands of loyal customers, and honored to give back to our community.
Fast Wi-Fi. You use it to connect just about everything, which means having fast Wi-Fi matters. A lot. That's why Xfinity offers gig speed Wi-Fi, the fastest Wi-Fi you can get. That's a big deal. It's a big deal for streaming big games, having big meetings, and making big plans. It's a big deal for families with 1 kid, or 2 kids, or 3 kids. especially if there's one kid who has enough devices for 10 kids. It's a big deal for gamers who are streaming while someone else is posting about their virtual spin class. And yet, it's also a big deal for a quiet Friday night in, because fast Wi-Fi makes everything better. Now through October 31st, ask how to get a special offer of $300 back when you get gig speed internet, or get started with up to 50 megabits per second download speed for $20 a month for 12 months with a 1-year agreement. Click, call, or visit an Xfinity store today. Gig Wi-Fi requires gig internet and compatible gateway. Actual speeds vary and are not guaranteed. Offer requires paperless billing and autopay. Ends 10/31/21. New performance starter internet customers only. Equipment taxes and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply.
You've heard of a pro tip. Here's a mo tip. Get uninsured motorist coverage. If someone hits you and hurts you, they don't have to have insurance to compensate you. Uninsured motorist coverage helps protect you. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Mo DeWitt, Orlando attorney.
The powerful new iPhone 13 Pro is here with the most advanced camera in an iPhone, and T-Mobile is the place to get it.
This new cinematic mode turned my travel videos into a filmmaking masterpiece.
Get the most out of your new iPhone on America's largest, fastest 5G network.
And posting. Whoa, that was fast.
And now, you can get iPhone 13 Pro on us with eligible trade-in and plan and upgrade forever.
So I can always have a new iPhone?
Yep, forever. Lock in the trade-in value of your new iPhone up to $800 every 2 years for your next upgrade. Get iPhone 13 Pro on us right now and upgrade forever. Only at T-Mobile.
With Max Plan and on us now via 30 monthly bill credits for well-qualified buyers plus tax. Contact us before canceling service to continue credits on current device or credit stop and balance on required finance agreement is due. Fastest based on average overall 5G speeds according to Open Signal Awards and USA 5G User Experience Report July 2021. See T-Mobile.com.
McDonald's fries are so crispy and golden on the outside, yet so fluffy and warm on the inside, the only question is what to pair them with. A classic McDouble topped with a single slice of melty American cheese, or maybe a crispy McChicken served on a perfectly toasted bun. Every day, you can drive through and choose one to bundle with small fries for just $3.39. Whether you eat them first or save them for later, fries always come in a McDonald's bundle for $3.39. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
Getting a job at McDonald's means getting a job combo that fits you, like flexible scheduling with a side of working close to home, or feeling appreciated with a side of hours that work for you. So what's your job combo? Apply today at careers.mcdonalds.com. Get the right mix of great pay and great benefits, like employee meals and paid time off. Full-time positions are available too. Jobs you apply for may be in a restaurant owned by a franchisee, not McDonald's. Franchisees are responsible for all employment at their restaurants.
Need to turn your home equity into cash? This is Robert Palmer, and home values are at an all-time high. Smart homeowners are accessing home equity at today's low rates, but don't use your home equity to pay closing costs. Let me pay them instead. Visit rpfunding.com for details. NMLS 7168, Equal Housing.
There's a whole new spin on pumpkin to love at Dunkin'. Sip into fall with the new Pumpkin Cream Cold Brew or a Pumpkin Spice Signature Latte. America runs on Dunkin'. Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer. Exclusions apply.
Injured, our America's largest injury firm, Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Broadcasting live from the personal injury law firm of Kaufman & Lynch studio. Car accidents, other injuries? Call pound 546 from your cell or visit whenyouneedus.com. You're listening to WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Available everywhere with the iHeartRadio app. Now #1 for podcasting. We are an iHeartRadio station.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Text the nationwide keyword BAG, B-A-G, BAG, to the number 200-200. You'll get a confirmation text and info. Standard data and message rates apply in this nationwide contest. That's BAG, to the number 200-200. Good luck.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show. Also available to watch at The Jim Colbert Show on Facebook.
Hey, welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. 407-916-1041 to call our show. You can text us at 77031. Welcome back. I am Jim. Deb is here.
Bag.
Jack is here.
Good evening.
And Ross is here as well.
How you doing, Jim?
Your keyword is bag, B-A-G. Text that to 200-200 for your shot to win that $1,000. Again, it's bag. Good luck. We'll be bagged that $1,000. Faux show.
Yeah, 2 days in a row would be nice to get a winner for the Jim Colbert Show.
So there's a story today, Bill Gates.
Who's he?
He's been in the news quite a bit here lately. He was told to stop inappropriate emails with a Microsoft employee back in 2008. You guys remember this. When all this stuff happened in 2020, when he stepped down, when he admitted having that. So they go back, and he'd been spoken to by the board of directors over at Microsoft for inappropriate emails with a female staffer, an employee.
How Bill Gates of him, though, to be sexting via email.
Right, yeah, for sure. But there was not a lot of sexual content, or hardly any in the email. It was just basically asking this person to meet after hours and and stuff like that.
Oh, but he's married.
Yeah, he's married. There's no question. He's married. I mean, I'm not saying that's not the immoral aspect of it. Here's my question. Go ahead. You were going to say?
Just at that time, he was married.
Right,
I think he's no longer married.
He is no longer married, right? That's for sure. They are apart. She got like a whole $1 trillion or something. She's going to be just fine. Mm-hmm. Here's my question. And this has been a thing. As long as I've been in the corporate world, this has been a thing. Why is it that at work, relationships are... what's the word I'm looking for? Not thwarted.
Shunned?
They're shunned. That's a great word. Here at Clear, and formerly iHeart, but formerly Clear Channel, from the time I started working here, I remember specifically people coming to me at a young age. I was married. I've been married pretty much the entire time I've worked here. I think 2 years after my divorce, before I married Tori, I was single. But even then, it wasn't that long,
My man.
But with that said, why is that? Why is it? And the reason I asked that question is this. I was reading the story, and I mean, they were coming down on this guy like he had killed their family and pets, and I know that he was doing something bad, and there's nothing wrong with that. But they made it seem like one of the most god-awful things. Now, take the married aspect out of it. Of course, that is terrible. He's basically starting a relationship on the side on the side. Obviously, he's married.
He's Bill Gates.
And he's Bill Gates.
He's the head of the company. I mean, everything about that looks bad and unsavory for the board.
Okay, so perfectly said. So we work for a woman here. Her name is Linda. We've mentioned her name a number of times. And Linda is a single, well, as far as I know, has been a single woman for as long as I've known her. So you're telling me that Linda could not find a relationship in this building and nurture it and have a relationship? Can I tell you how many people have been married by meeting here?
Oh, yeah.
You want to run them? It's like 10 couples.
What's your question?
My question is, why is that so shunned? Why does that look so down on? When so many people meet their loved one at work, why is that such a big deal? Why do companies tell people not to date in intercompany?
Because it affects the product. It
can affect the product. It can.
Right.
It's not proven that it does. It can.
It has in the past. And then you have to make business decisions, or business decisions are being made or through the filter of emotions and personal relationships. And especially if it's a superior with, a subordinate.
But that's isn't that taking out the human aspect of relationships and saying you're not capable of doing this without doing one thing or the other?
No,
isn't that small? Isn't that the company's saying to you basically, right? The company's basically saying to you, you aren't capable of doing this job and having a relationship internally with somebody that you work with. You're not capable of doing that and maintaining both of those on a good level. When I know for a fact, at least 5, 8, 10 couples at this building have gotten together and maintained a good personal relationship and a great professional relationship.
I don't think that that's what the company is saying. I think what the company is saying is that while you're here on our dime, doing the job that we are paying you to do, fraternizing with coworkers and bringing all of that stickiness that comes with relationships, the ones that work and lead to marriage, awesome, then it's not a problem. The ones that fall apart, it ends up becoming your coworker's issue, your manager's issue. And even animals know you don't crap where you eat.
But that's not crapping.
It can be.
It can be.
But the can it's taking all of the human aspect away.
It's not taking it away.
Yes, it is. It's not. You're telling them that they can't meet at work and date.
Did you ever sign anything that said you couldn't fraternize with the people that you work with?
No, but it is strongly back in the day. Like matter of fact, you had an experience like this, didn't you?
No.
Yeah, I explained it to you during the break. You did. I will remind you, oddly enough, that you have to be reminded, but I will remind you of a scenario that you told me about that this happened. So the thing I'm trying to get to, and what I'm trying to figure out is, why do companies, like, people meet at work all the time.
Right.
People meet their loved ones at work all the time. And again, I could point to at least 4 just off the top of my head where they met at work.
I can also report. I can also point to ones that didn't work, and it created problems that had to be dealt with on a work level.
But
you're a manager.
Yes, where people we had to make adjustments and allowances, and people had to be moved around, and other people didn't want to work with. It created a host of problems because of the personal relationships between the employees.
So does this company? You're a manager. I'm not. Does the company have a policy, like when you talk? I mean, do they like, hey, we don't want people dating internally?
They do not say that. I think it's
an understood?
caution. No, I think there's caution. I think the real problem is subordinates. They don't want you dating anyone who directly reports to you.
Especially,
that's a problem.
That's a problem. And then when you allow that kind of romantic atmosphere at work, I think it can go from being something that's shunned or don't maybe look somewhere else. Dissuaded, yeah. Whereas if they make it a free-for-all, like you hear all the time with restaurants, right? It's kind of like a free-for-all. And a lot of times you'll get those situations where a manager will end up preying on the younger wait staff.
Right. And I understand that's
it becomes a sexualized environment where less business is getting done and more hooking up is getting done. And then that introduces a whole host of problems. You got different ages, different experience levels.
I understand the predatory nature of some of that. I mean, I know that some of the cases, there's no question. My thing is this. It's kind of a blanket statement in companies that, hey, look, you probably shouldn't date people you work with. And I understand the idea of a subordinate dating somebody who is above them or gives them orders. That's completely understood as well. But it is a weird thing to have a company tell you that if you're attracted to somebody you work with, you're going to have to make a choice between that person or your job.
Well, I've never worked for a company like that.
But isn't that company? But what you're saying is that's basically what you would have to do. Like if you worked in a position of one of our managers and you found somebody in this building that you really, really like being around,
then I would go talk to the managers and let them know ahead of time, rather than
not just have a normal relationship. You couldn't just do that. I don't understand that.
Yeah, you can't have a normal relationship.
But you're asking for permission?
No, what you're doing is you're being the responsible party and letting management. Hey, just so you're aware, this relationship is started because I don't want you to have to play catch up. All right.
Mm-hmm.
It's just how you want to roll. But I've never worked for a company. Now the military is very strict about this. There is no fraternization. There's not supposed to be. Look at the NFL. The NFL has a stated policy where players are not allowed to get into relationships with cheerleaders. Can we all agree that that's probably the most joked about rule?
And it is kind of funny even when you say it, in that same sense. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Did you ever meet anybody at work? Did your job ever tell you couldn't date somebody? Or did you have to quit a job to date somebody because of you worked with them and the company wouldn't tolerate it? 407-916-1041.
The only thing we ask, make it good. Please. 407-916-1041. Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center. Car crash? Call Clausman Law.
We're looking at bumper-to-bumper volume eastbound on I-4 at this hour between Conroy Road and Lee Road. It's also heavy, too, in the westbound direction between World Drive and Osceola Polk Line Road. And also it's steady between Park Street and Ivanhoe Boulevard, as well as between Sand Lake Road and Central Florida Parkway. Delays continue north on 429 between Colonial Drive and Plant Street. 417 is back up to speed. See traffic problems? Call the traffic tip line at 866-676-8477 from the Traffic Center. I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Amtrak. Get back to visiting new and exciting places across the U.S. on Amtrak. It isn't just about the destination, it's about the journey. Without busy airports or cramped car rides, with no middle seats, extra legroom, and even private rooms. Book now at Amtrak.com. Adventurous journeys just an Amtrak away.
Safe Touch Security, and look, man, if you're looking to upgrade or maybe even get a brand new security system, Safe Touch Security, that's where you need to bone it. I don't know if you've noticed, you can watch the news sometimes, see these crimes, people just rolling out of your house with all that stuff caught right there on your ding-dong doorbell. The problem is nothing happens. You got great video, and maybe they'll catch the people, but what you want is a great security system backing up those sophisticated cameras, and that's exactly what Safe Touch Security can do for you. When you combine Safe Touch with the possibilities of those great cameras, it's endless how you can protect your home. And when Safe Touch experts install your cameras, they are hack resistant. Safe Touch never shares your internet or personal information. By the way, the best camera needs a Safe Touch system. Don't give the bad guys a doorway to invade your home and family. Call Safe Touch today and see many options available for your home and your business. And even better, you're probably going to be pretty surprised about how affordable it is. Call right now. They have tons of great options available. Do what thousands have already done. Choose Safe Touch. It's easy. Have an existing alarm that's not being monitored. Safe Touch can even help you out there. Give you a lifetime warranty for $0 down, $29.95 a month, and there's not even a phone line necessary. Simply go to safetouch.com or call 888-723-8682. Again, that's safetouch.com. State license ZF233.
This hour of Real Radio 104.1 brought to you by Moses DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm.
Let's play Name That Sound. Quick, what happened? Close. It was a cell phone bouncing down concrete stairs to a brick patio. Okay, next one. This is a little tougher. Oh, almost had it. It was a tablet drop onto the kitchen island into the sink during game night. You might be wondering, how could we possibly know these sound so well? We're You Break, I Fix by Asurion. With more than 700 stores nationwide, you'll find a location near you. Come in today and trust your tech to our team of experts who've helped fix millions of tech troubles, from broken phone screens and battery issues to glitchy laptops and broken down gaming devices. We fix your tech fast. It's what we do. And our hassle-free service means most repairs happen the same day. They're even backed by a price match guarantee. So don't just live with your broken tech. Visit YouBreakIFix.com to find a store near you. You Break iFix. Your tech fixed.
Fence Outlet's Fence in a Box saves you money on a gorgeous aluminum fence for as low as $2,571. Get all the materials to complete an average backyard of 120 feet with a gate included. They make it so easy. Go to fenceoutlet.com. License number C-10252 and C-10803.
If you've been involved in a slip and fall accident and are not sure what to do, call me, Glenn Levine, at the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733, and take back control of your life.
Office in Orlando.
When couples come into International Diamond Center looking for engagement rings, they have lots of pictures from websites, from Pinterest, from designers they love, and 99% of the time, we have what they want.
The brands that we carry are the brands the consumer asks for, the girls ask for, your future bride asks for.
IDC owner Keith LeClaire explains how IDC is always on the cutting edge because we partner with the world's leading designers, names like Tacori, Verragio, Henry Dawsey, and dozens more.
Fashions come and go, but why do some brands stay forever? It's because they stay relevant.
IDC was chosen by these acclaimed designers, in most cases, as the exclusive retail partner in the region.
We try to provide the best of the best at the most current merchandise in the market today.
International Diamond Center, giving you access to the most sought-after brands in the world with a 5-star shopping experience with no compromises.
We want people to feel comfortable, relax, educate them, give them high quality for the right price.
Store hours and more at shopidc.com.
The powerful new iPhone 13 Pro is here with the most advanced camera in an iPhone, and T-Mobile is the place to get it.
This new cinematic mode turned my travel videos into a filmmaking masterpiece.
Get the most out of your new iPhone on America's largest, fastest 5G network.
And posting. Whoa, that was fast.
And now, you can get iPhone 13 Pro on us with eligible trade-in and plan and upgrade forever.
So I can always have a new iPhone?
Yep, forever. Lock in the trade-in value of your new iPhone up to $800 every 2 years for your next upgrade. Get iPhone 13 Pro on us right now and upgrade forever. Only at T-Mobile.
With Max Plan and on us now via 30 monthly bill credits for well-qualified buyers plus tax. Contact us before canceling service to continue credits on current device or credits stop and balance on required finance agreement is due. Fastest based on average overall 5G speeds according to Open Signal Awards and USA 5G User Experience Report July 2021. See T-Mobile.com.
River Cafe Table 4 is a brand new podcast with me, Ruthie Rogers. Each week, I invite a special guest, such as Paul McCartney, to discuss their food memories.
John Lennon and I hitchhiked to Paris, and we thought, we've got to have a wine experience. We're in France. And we took a sip and thought, that is terrible. It's like vinegar.
Listen to River Cafe Table 4 on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Thinking about divorce? Kramer Law. OneFirmForLife.com. Offices Altamont Springs.
We now return to the Jim.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Welcome back. I am Jim. Deb, Jack, and Ross are here as well. Apparently with the door cracked open because it's 10 degrees in here. You can hear me yelling the F word during the breaks all the way throughout the building. Here's my complaint to that, right? Fix the AC. You won't have to hear me yelling the F word. It's that simple because these are sealed up studios. I don't have to prop that door open because it's 8 degrees in here. You don't get to hear me cursing at professional levels.
That's why you get angry. You heat up.
Thank God for it, too.
One of the reasons. All right, 407-916-1041. Talk about this story about Bill Gates. It actually just kind of led to the question of dating at work. And what Bill Gates did obviously isn't right. He was texting emailing a coworker as the chairman of the company.
A subordinate.
Everybody's a subordinate at that point.
Exactly.
So, he had a relationship, just a verbal relationship, asking for lunches and stuff, still out of context. And by the way, it's still making news.
Right.
This happened in 2008. Of course, and it's still making news because in the 2020, he had another situation. The board asked him to step down. He eventually did. I don't know that he said this was the reason, but he did step down from the board.
I just want to hear Bill Gates flirt. That's got to be your skin is so Microsoft.
Especially,
it looks like $1 of my $1 billion.
I want your 0010101 with my 0101.
Give me your digits. I literally mean your digits.
Because didn't he also have like an ex-girlfriend that every year they
would go
travel
hang out with for like 3 weeks?
Like a month. He's going hanging out in a cabin with an ex-girlfriend.
Like that's normal, right?
I think Melinda's like a pretty cool wife till she found out. Right. Oh wait, and you're friends with a pedo named Jeffrey Epstein? Yeah, no, that's the straw.
The texting service, by the way, absolutely loaded up with 50-50, man. It was like
a little bit of both.
People who agree with you guys and don't understand how I can't get it. And I'm like sitting there going, no boss should tell you who you can and cannot fall in love with depending on where you work. I mean, they shouldn't even be able to offer that up. You can figure that out. And Jack, I know the situation you were talking about. And that situation also made the company an ass load of money.
Which is why a lot of companies don't tell you can't.
An ass load of money, right? So in that same sense, companies do with risk all the time.
That's... Okay, so you're talking about one situation, but there are other situations that,
that maybe didn't?
That I know didn't, that I think one ended up in a physical assault.
Oh, my God. Yeah. See, that's a bad deal for sure. But if you have one situation in a company where I can name just off the top of my head 4 or 5 or 6 couples that have been together for decades or at least 10 years because they met here at this building and they didn't work together for long when they were here, but they did meet here for sure and then went on. And then I just got texts from other people going, yeah, I met that. Ross just met his fiance at work.
Yep.
I think it probably happens way more.
Oh yeah, because we spend the majority of our life at work. I mean, there are the people that you, outside of your family and your friends, that you probably know the most.
I think technically I met my wife at work because I was the bartender and she was a singer in the band.
Brandon Kravitz met his girlfriend or his wife at work.
Yeah.
We were just talking about that this past Monday. He was a bartender at a resort she worked at, and she was a server in the restaurant.
I'm with you, Jim, man. Let people fall in love, let them make out. With that said, I'll never forget in 5th grade, my PE teacher fell in love with my music teacher. And things got weird.
What was weird about it?
Because they broke up. And all of us knew. And whenever we were getting in trouble, we would bring up Miss Fitzgerald.
That killed him.
Oh, that's why Miss Fitzgerald left you.
Someone texted us at 77031. I was banging the boss's wife, and when he found out, he fired me.
Okay, that's not exactly what we're talking about.
And I don't know why, because she didn't work with us.
It's all right. 407
Little levity in the moment.
916-104. Let's get these phones here. Hey, Justin, how you doing, buddy? Welcome to the program.
Hey, how's it going?
Good.
So Deb, as soon as I called in, Deb said exactly what I was.
Wow.
I think it's all about as long as you're, we're all adults and you're doing this, and it's not like sneaky. If you know that something's going to change into some sort of romantic relationship, just hey, run it by HR. Hey, we're
I mean, do you understand how that sounds though?
level as long as
you don't like getting permission.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't make any sense. You shouldn't have to get permission to date somebody.
I've never
you're
asked
in
for
America,
permission.
Right? I mean, you should, but
Never
what I'm saying
had
is you shouldn't even
permission.
have to think about that, right? I mean, you shouldn't even have to
you
think
should
about running
think
it by
about how
HR.
this. You should think about how it affects your career. You
Really?
should think about it.
This to me is so funny. You as a small business owner who has forever talked about the trials and travail.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Of course.
Yeah.
So can you imagine having a small print shop? You can only afford 2 employees and then they start hooking up and then it doesn't work, Jimmy.
Nothing you can do about it, man. It's human nature.
No, but I'm just
going to
saying-
lose one either way, right?
No.
Yeah, you are. You're going to lose one either way because if you look at them and say you guys can't date, and one guy or the girl goes, well, I quit then because I love this person and I want to be with them. Now I've lost an employee. It doesn't matter how you do it. You're going to lose one either way. So best you can do is hope it works out because you can't manage that kind of thing. You can't look at somebody and manage their love life. Like you can't. It's impossible to do.
It's like you managing your emotions.
That same print shop, you hire a manager, and now he's dating your one employee.
Then again, then what? Then what? What do you do then? I've
tell the
run a
manager-
business. I've actually
Yeah.
done this. I've run a
There
business.
we go.
What do you have to do? You tell me your manager.
There we go.
And then I look at you and go, what?
There we go.
What's the answer? Again, you haven't told me an answer. I mean,
Yeah,
because
the answer is the manager cannot date a subordinate.
Okay, so then you lose the employee. Deborah says you lose an employee either way. So either you let them
No,
date.
you said that.
Yeah, because it's true.
No, you're
Because
saying they're making that decision.
if they break up, you're more than likely going to lose one, or it's going to be very uncomfortable. This is a scenario you guys are pointing out. If they stay together and then break up, that you lose one, or you say, hey, one of you guys has got to go because you can't date when you're working here. So I lose one there as well. So why not roll the dice and let them try to figure it out? And if you lose one, you lose one. But to tell a grown person that they can't date somebody because they work somewhere, doesn't that seem kind of crazy and Orwellian almost?
No, you can't in the military if the other person is in your chain of command.
Yeah, I mean, I get that. I don't know how to answer that. I mean, it's a military thing. You work for the government at that point. I don't know how. I have a daughter in the military. I understand it completely, and I don't know how to manage that.
Someone else texted Matt Lauer.
Yeah, well, Matt Lauer's gone. And
How long did it take?
But he was sexually assaulting people. We're not talking about falling. I'm talking about falling in love. I'm not talking about trying to see some TNA.
Yeah, you're talking about some notebook love.
Yeah, but get out of here. But also, you have to watch because you are creating an environment. If you have someone who gets inappropriate in a situation, and you can say, well, this was at work. It was okay at work. And now the company is on the hook and liable for anything that might have gone wrong in that relationship, including illegal activity if it's harassment.
Yeah, maybe. And I would think, again, those are extreme situations. I think most of these are pretty benign. Either you date, it doesn't work out, or you date and it works out and you stay together, and that's how it goes. I mean, I do think those situations are relatively small. I mean, with every outlier or whatever situation, you have an outlier.
I've never worked, like I said, I've never worked for a company that said you can't date.
Yeah. All right, 407-916-1041. Hey, Dan, how you doing? Welcome to the show.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Not much.
So almost 13 years ago now, I got fired for dating one of my subordinates.
Whack.
And we have, yeah, it sucks. It was worth it, though. We've been married for almost a little over 8 years.
Wow.
So you got fired for it.
Yeah, I got fired for it, and then a few days later, because I got fired for it, she said, screw you, I quit.
So they lost 2 employees because of their policy.
They did. They lost 2 employees.
2 employees because of that policy.
Where did you work?
It was a restaurant that is famous for milkshakes, chili, and burgers.
Very good. Thanks, I appreciate that.
Did you
just
ever
made me very hungry.
Did you ever keep the hats on?
Valid question.
I know I would.
All right, 407-916-1041. Hey, John, how you doing? Welcome to the show.
Hey, good. I worked for a very, very large worldwide service industry that's here in Orlando as well. And in 2014, I've been with the company probably 15 years, trained hundreds of good-looking women and men from around the world that come in. And finally, in 2014, a blonde walks in that I am absolutely infatuated with. And I decided that being a manager, she was going to be a manager for no location. Why not take the hit for it? So we went out Mount Dora, light up Mount Dora in November, had a blast. She had to go home in December to D.C. 3 years later, she moved down here, and now I have a 2-year-old poop machine in the back of my car.
Congratulations.
I kind of want to ask what it is. It doesn't have to be a kid. All right. There's a dog with a diarrhea problem, and it's a weird outcome. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it.
Well,
All
that
right,
is about the puppy age.
I just love this aspect of Jim going like, man, just let them fall in love.
Someone texted us that. You take away
What's happening?
Jimmy's salt and he starts arguing for love.
Stephen Kramer texts us. Attorney Stephen Kramer says, if a manager can't date an employee, no Jim and Pam on The Office.
Oh, my God.
No Michael Scott and Holly. No Steven Spielberg and Kate Capshaw. And no Sam and Diane on Cheers. Yeah, Jack, you're just ruining the fabric of all television. That's all. No biggie. Jack, welcome to the show. How you doing?
Hey, I fell in love with the boss's daughter.
Ooh.
I don't know if that's what we're talking about.
But I'm ready to hear it.
Yeah. I didn't know she was the boss's daughter, and he was the area manager, and he came down on me and said, "You're not dating my daughter, or else you're going to be fired. One or two." So I quit.
Oh, there you go. Are you still with her?
Yes.
Oh, very good. You
Yay.
win. Yeah, see, Jack, love wins. Eventually, you'll learn this.
Yeah.
Eventually, Jack, you're going to learn that love wins, and your socialist, communist outlook on love and politics doesn't work, buddy. You got to come up with a new plan.
Let the ohm flow, Jack.
You're talking to someone who is 24 years married to someone they met at work.
That's why I don't understand your take here. One of the many reasons I don't get it.
What I am trying to say is it does not work with a manager-subordinate relationship, because then not only, if things are going well, you also have all the other subordinates who will wonder if they're getting preferential treatment, and everything gets looked through a new filter.
Oh, yeah.
This is an HR nightmare.
All right, so throwing this out
I
here,
love it, I think.
After hearing that, let me ask you this. What about two managers? They go ahead, they start winking at each other like, hey, what's up?
What's up with that?
Well,
you
look at this.
You need some help with those reviews over there?
I work on a construction site. Someone texted us at 77031. And about a month ago, we were told we are not allowed to even talk to any of the women on the site because it can be considered sexual harassment.
Just to talk to them?
And I agree
Get
with
out of
you.
here. They're
Many
construction
people
workers.
meet
Okay, that's
spouses
fine.
at work. Yeah, exactly.
Jack, you should
were
not be
talking
judgy.
about- Hey,
Some
really?
very hot hammer slingers out there.
Wait,
what'd you
Somehow we
I
just
said some very hot hammer slingers out there.
we just put a toe into Jim's deep dark desires.
I
here.
think well, you can say it was a toe. I think he's expecting a thumb.
Baby, you got to put that hat back on. All right, 407-916-1041. Hey, Nick, how you doing? Welcome to the show.
Good, man. Hey, listen, look, you're killing me. You are straight killing me.
He's killing himself.
The liability you're talking about, the ability for somebody to turn around and go, especially in a subordinate position, to turn around and say that this was a coerced relationship, get a lawyer, and then go after, especially a company like your size, and be like, that's a multi-million-dollar payout all day, every day.
Yeah, I don't know. I got to tell you, buddy.
Blink.
Listen, I want to tell you straight up, it ain't that easy. All right? It ain't that easy. I know a lot of people believe there's a highway to cash with big companies, but these companies also retain massively power attorneys. Massively well-paid and incredibly powerful attorneys.
Who also know when it's easier just to settle than to go to court just to prove you're right.
But they also understand the idea of love, Jack, and how it...
Sorry, someone grab that and play that back so he can hear himself say that.
The one thing I know about blood-sucking corporate lawyers is they understand love.
Oh,
Nobody, and I mean nobody, more than an iHeart Radio just massively stacked Miami attorney that flies up here on a helipad. They drop her down on the top of the building, and she actually just kind of soaks into the building. Doesn't use doors. She just kind of reforms like she's been beamed into the boardroom. 2 words, and you're crawling out of here, begging them not to re-sue you back. Tell me about that crap.
My boss thought it was a good idea to contact my wife to tell her that I had a girlfriend within the company.
Oh, man.
Thanks to her, I got a divorce, and I've been married for 15 years now.
Well, there's Savage that worked out just fine. See, Jack, even when you try to stop love,
tell us, love guru,
love will always persevere.
It'll
Jack.
always find a way.
It'll always find a way, buddy.
Again,
somebody should write a song.
Not only am I married to someone I met at work, I don't think I've ever worked at a place where they prevented you from dating.
I've never. I mean, when he said the place that he worked at, I was like, "What? Why would they?"
Yeah, just trying to explain to Jimmy why he's wrong. He seems to have taken it so personally.
Nobody. I'm with Jim. Yeah, I mean, Ross is with me, and I'm going to tell you, buddy, I think about 70% of the damn text. Let's do this. Let's put it on the Twitter poll.
All right, let's do it.
I don't want you to word it because I know how you are.
I do the Twitter poll.
No.
I do the polling.
So just put it up there, am I right? Because that's exactly what you're going to put. Am I right? Jim's a dick.
Someone also texted us at 77031. In the 1980s, I worked in television production in New York, and I have production department manager who is dating one of the production assistants, and she definitely had preferential treatment with scheduling and vacations. Not a good thing.
All right, is it all right for a manager to date a subordinate with no?
Because that's really what it's about.
Should you be able to date at work?
In this company, right?
Should you be able to date at work? It's that simple.
Well, I don't think anyone's against that.
No, there are
no
yes.
company. Well,
oh yeah, Jack.
Oh, now he wants to tell me how I feel about
corporate
it.
America hates love, and you're part of it. So why don't you just put it up there the way it is? Just frame it like this. Does corporate America want to end humanity?
Okay. Does corporate
America want to end sexual relations between people and inhumanity? Then just put Jim's right or Jim's really right.
This is the hardest I think I've ever laughed on any segment. This is killing me.
All right,
we have some great phone calls. I know we're almost out of time here.
Well, almost.
Okay, I'm bad at math.
Okay. Jonathan, you got 30 seconds, buddy.
All right, my man. I got, me and my wife were, or me and my girlfriend at the time, we were starting to get a job, and they didn't want us to be dating together, and they didn't know, but we were riding together, so they tried to, find ways to tell us that, to see if we were dating, saying things that they knew would get me upset, so I would hit somebody. It wasn't a good thing, man. But it worked out. Next month will be our 19th wedding anniversary.
Damn, dude. Good for you. See, they don't know anything. Tell Jack they don't know nothing.
No, Jim is right.
There you
I'm
go.
on Team Jim right here.
There you go. Let's just make that the Twitter poll, Jack. Just take his voice and put the recording of him saying Jim's right up there and then going, really right or extremely right? And then at the bottom, Jack unbelievably wrong.
It's posted.
Okay. You typed that pretty fast.
Oh, I'm sure it says exactly everything you wanted.
I kind of wrote my own thing.
There you go.
Oh, no. Should
God, I love when Jack does this.
I think this is fair.
Yeah, sure. I'm sure you do. Because you think it's fair to tell people that are adults when they can and can't date.
I
so
never
sure
said
you
that.
think what you're about right is fair.
The question is...
Tell us what you wrote, Jack.
At Jim Colbert Show on Twitter, should companies be allowed to have a no-dating policy for employees?
No, that's fair enough. Very good.
There you go.
There's something missing.
No, there's not. It's fine. 407-910. We're so late, and I'm trying to get better at this.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get better at this. We just had a talk about this.
Yeah.
And trivia's next.
Me even telling you that we shouldn't be doing it makes it even worse because we're doing it more.
Yeah, we're digging.
All right, back in a sec with trivia. Load them up.
We have a prize. Get on board at 407-916-1041. Jim Colbert Show Trivia is brought to you by Cento Family Moving and Storage. That's CENTO moving.com.
This is former Notre Dame quarterback Brady Quinn. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Staples Stores.
Sean McDermott and the Bills came up short on Monday Night Football after a Josh Allen slip-up on fourth down, but I say aggressive wins. Bills were on the road, made the right call. Playing it safe is what you do in retirement or when you're raising kids. Not when you have a star quarterback. You keep the ball in his hands. You don't bring on the special teamers. McDermott trusts Josh Allen. I do too. I'm Colin Cowherd.
Staples Connect has the innovative tech and tools that you need. Now get up to $200 off select laptops like the HP Pavilion with Intel i7 processor. Explore more at Staples or staplesconnect.com. In-store only. Offer ends 10/23. Limit 2. Staples Connect, the working and learning store.
Man, if you wear contacts or glasses, you certainly understand the difficulties of some of life's daily activities, right? If you're tired of your glasses fogging up, maybe your contact lenses irritating your eyes, laser vision correction could be the solution for you. And even better, if you can use your Flex and Health Savings account funds to pay for that vision correction procedure. Get clear vision and regain freedom in your daily life, exactly like my son and my father-in-law did with the Filatowski Eye Institute. Dr. Filatowski, simply a magician, changing lives for years here in Central Florida. They can certainly help you. They are the leaders in vision correction here in Central Florida. Very easy to find as well. Schedule your consultation. Simply text 1041 to 868686. Again, all you have to do, text 1041 to 868686 for the Filatowski Eye Institute.
Last Halloween, a new podcast scared us all to the bone. Now, 13 Days of Halloween is back. Starting October 19th, you'll hear one story each night, ending on Halloween. And beware, this show is produced in cutting-edge 3D audio for a truly immersive, terrifying tale.
Nothing comes out of these waters once it's gone in.
From iHeartRadio 3D Audio and Blumhouse Television, listen to 13 Days of Halloween on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
With RP Funding's digital mortgage, you can refinance your home loan to today's low rates from the comfort of your own home. Get started today and let me pay your closing costs. Lock in your low rate before it's too late. Visit rpfunding.com. NMLS 70168, Equal Housing Lender.
You do not want your AC to break down when it gets hot in the summertime in Central Florida, so make sure you get hold of Mills Air. They can help you with preventative maintenance on all brands. Preventative maintenance can save you so much money. They can detect upcoming breakdowns and you're not stuck. MillsAir.com. That's MillsAir.com.
Hey, Orlando. Now you can get treated for everything from chest pains to ankle sprains at a third of the cost and half the time of an average ER visit. Say hello to a better emergency care experience. Say hello to Guidewell Emergency Doctors. Operated by Crucial Care, time is based on the American College of Emergency Physicians. Cost comparison based on 2016 actuarial analysis of hospital-based ER visits.
Gibson Truck World professionally installs quality Pro-Comp lifts. First, we install the track bar drop bracket and drop pitman arm. Next, we install the coil springs. Then, we install the rear lift block along with new U-bolts. We also mount new 37-inch Toyo tires and 20-inch fuel wheels. Lastly, all Gibson lifted trucks are aligned with our state-of-the-art Hunter system. Only Gibson Truck World will retorque your suspension after 30 days free of charge. Why go anywhere else? Buy your lifted truck from Gibson Truck World. We are the king of lifted trucks.
Looking for healthcare coverage? Here's some great news. United Healthcare individual and family plans are now available on the healthcare marketplace. 80% of enrollees can find a plan for $10 or less a month after tax credits. Visit buyuhc.com to shop and learn more. CMS Newsroom, March 12, 2021. Policies have exclusions, limitations, and terms under which the policy may be continued in force or discontinued. For costs and complete coverage details, contact your insurance agent or United Healthcare.
Tantalizing taste and tunes are back at Waterford Lakes Town Center. The 21st annual Taste of Orlando returns October 30th from 3 until 7. Local restaurants handing out samples, great vendors, and fun activities. Specialty zones include the Boegan's Craft Beer Garden, Man Cave, She Shed, and Maker's Market. For more info and to purchase tickets, visit waterfordlakestownCenter.com/events. Taste of Orlando presented by Don Mealy Sports Subaru, Driveway Maintenance, and Fair and Services.
Spectrum Mobile is reinventing wireless again. Get unlimited on 2+ lines for $29.99 a month per line. No contracts, no added taxes or fees. Includes nationwide 5G. Save up to 60% with Spectrum Mobile. Get unlimited on 2+ lines for $29.99 a month. Call 855-438-2999 or visit a store near you.
Offer valid for new customers on 2+ unlimited lines. Spectrum Internet required. Savings based on 2-line comparison of unlimited plans among major national carriers as of 9/20/21. Prepaid excluded. Restrictions apply.
Here's a fact. COVID hospitalizations of young people have tripled since the start of summer. Also a fact, vaccines are highly effective in preventing hospitalizations and deaths, even from the Delta variant. If you've got questions about COVID vaccines, talk to a doctor, because our kids are irreplaceable. We can do this. Find vaccines near you at vaccines.gov. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Attorney Joe Cordell.
New school, new job, new home. Change is hard and can leave you feeling isolated. And divorce delivers one of life's hardest blows. The relationships you counted on are suddenly gone. But you don't have to walk through this alone. Call Cordell & Cordell. You're not alone.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Orlando area attorneys. Office in Orlando. Lisa Cargis, Florida resident partner. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois only. CordellCordell.com.
Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Real Radio 1041. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show, also available to watch at The Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
Welcome back to The Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1, 407-916-1041. Got a keyword coming up for you in about 15 minutes or so. When you hear it, text it to the number 200-200 for your shot to win that $1,000. We'll do that in just a few minutes. Welcome back. I am Jim. Deb and Jack are here as well. Let's find out what's in the sauce jar.
Jim.
Jack.
Ross. Deb.
Hey.
Here we go. Guys, I have a beautiful pair of tickets for Orlando City FC. All aboard. Don't think that I forgot it.
Okay, good. Thank you.
It is tomorrow night, and we're playing against Montreal. It's a crucial game. It's kind of a must-win, and I'm going to be there. Jack, are you going?
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Let the Lions roar. It's going down over at Exploria Stadium. That's right. Tomorrow, kickoff is at 7:30, and that is your sauce jar, which is brought to you by
Cento Family Moving and Storage. It's a family-owned and operated Orlando moving and storage company. They can handle your move, local or long-distance, residential or commercial. Best part is, if you mention the Jim Colbert Show, that will get you a discount.
Nice.
So book them today at centomoving.com. That's C-E-N-T-O moving.com. Jim, back to you.
Thanks, Deb. Ross, who goes first today, buddy?
Let's welcome Alan on line 4.
Alan, very good.
Biblical.
Alan, how are you, buddy?
Is it?
Good, how you doing?
Good. I'm doing great. You want to play a little game with us?
Let's do it.
Let's do it indeed.
Want to play a game?
All right, Alan, got an easy game here for you. Got a question, 4 answers. One of them is a lie. If you can find that lie, off to the sauce jar you go. Are you ready?
Yep.
All right, here we go. On this day in 1982, automaker, businessman, inventor of a car that took Marty McFly back to the future.
Yes.
John DeLorean.
That's right, John DeLorean.
Mr. DeLorean. Good one, buddy.
Shut up.
On this day, John DeLorean was arrested for cocaine trafficking.
Yes.
So here are 3 fun facts about the DeLorean DMC-12, about the company, the car, and one lie that wants to save its fledgling car company by doing a giant cocaine deal. Here we go. Number 1. From the factory, the car's listed top speed was 80 miles per hour. Number 2. It was the first production vehicle from General Motors to offer a factory option of a cell phone. Number 3. Per the owner's manual, the best way to clean the stainless steel car is with a Scotch-Brite pad and gasoline.
Damn.
And lastly, the 12 in DMC-12 stands for the price they originally planned to charge for the car, $12,000.
I don't believe any of them.
Which of those is a lie?
I know.
The third one.
The third one is absolutely true. Per the owner's manual, the best way to clean the stainless steel car is with a Scotch-Brite pad and gasoline.
Man, I hope that doesn't go for our fridges.
Who's next, Ross?
Let's welcome Derek.
Derek, what's going on, buddy?
Not too much. How you doing, Jim?
Good, man. Talking about the DeLorean DMC-12, the very famous car from Back to the Future. Number 1. From the factory, the car's listed top speed was 80 miles per hour. Number 2, it was the first production vehicle from General Motors to offer a factory option of a cell phone. And lastly, the 12 in DMC-12 stands for the price they originally planned to charge for the car, which was $12,000.
First one's the lie.
No, the first one's absolutely true. As a matter of fact, when they made the movie Back to the Future, they had to alter the speedo so it would show 88 miles an hour because it wouldn't even do the 88 miles an hour it needed to go Back to the Future.
That is so sad.
A 6-cylinder car and a motor and a car that looks like that.
I can do that in my 4-cylinder before I've left the parking lot.
You have left the parking lot. That
I follow you.
That's the serious stuff that Doc Brown was talking about.
Yeah, right. Hey, Sean, how you doing? Welcome to the show, buddy.
It's 50-50, Sean.
It is 50-50, Sean.
It's 50-50, Sean.
In a 50-50 situation.
Wow.
Sean, how are you?
How you guys doing?
Doing great, buddy. Find the lie here for me. Number one, it was the first production vehicle from General Motors to offer a factory option of a cell phone. Or lastly, the 12 in DMC 12 stands for the price they originally planned to charge for the car, which was $12,000.
I think the last one is true, so I'm going to say the earlier one that you said was a lie.
Buddy, I got to tell you, you're not living up to your reputation anymore. You're 100% Sean now. You're a winner, buddy. Very good. There you sniffed me out there, Sean. Good job. Enjoy the game, buddy. Hope you have a good time. Yeah, that's right. It was not the first production vehicle from GM to offer a factory option of a cell phone. But the 12 in DMC 12 does stand for the price they originally charged, which was $12,000.
For a car that could only go 80?
They quickly shelved that, though, because the cars were in such demand that they actually wound up charging $25,000 for them. And to give you an idea, that would be like a $70,000 car now.
Damn.
So that's how much they were going for. A few other things you may not know about the DeLorean automobile before we get to Raw's thoughts. There were only 6,000 DeLoreans still in existence. 6,000 of them. I think they planned to make like 300,000 of them. They did not get to that because the company went bankrupt before it even happened. Matter of fact, I think it was bankrupt before the first one even rolled out. It has an engine made by Volvo.
Oh.
So it's got a Volvo engine. And, of course, you guys know Volvo not known for their
race cars.
Their speedy cars.
Yeah, no.
You can run them into a mountain. And the reason you survive, you're only going 38 miles an hour.
Top speed.
There are 4 gold-plated DeLoreans on the planet, and it's not paint. They were actually gold-plated. When DeLorean went bankrupt, his 400-acre New Jersey estate was purchased by none other than
Bruce Springsteen.
What do you think, buddy?
John Bon Jovi.
No, I'm not going to say John Bon Jovi.
Queen Latifah.
It's got to be car related.
Dana Owens.
Hey, I'm going to go
Lee
with
Iacocca.
Bob Zemeckis.
Bob Zemeckis.
I'm going to say Jay Leno since he is a huge car nut.
The estate was purchased by none other than Donald J. Trump. It is now called Trump National Golf Club, Bedminster.
I try not to let that
He bought his entire estate and turned it into a giant golf club.
Wow.
There you go.
Yeah.
And there's a little bit about the DeLorean DMC-12, a.k.a. the car from Back to the Future.
I remember in high school, one of my teachers said they were thinking about getting one, but on the parkway where you have to pay tolls, you couldn't roll up the window.
Yeah,
How do you go through fast food?
Drive-thrus. It was such a poorly designed car, and it was a nightmare. It was so heavy. It got terrible gas mileage. The power plant was ridiculous. And one of the reasons that it never went anywhere is because they made a motor mistake. The car was not a performer, but it looked like it should perform.
Exactly.
And it was a dog, a complete dog. And that's why the company ate it. Nobody wanted them after they found out it wouldn't go anywhere.
Well, can you imagine you drive a car that looks that futuristic and you're getting passed by a granny going 85?
How about a Ford Escort GT back in the day?
Oh.
A Ford Escort GT would have smoked this thing.
Yeah.
What's coming up for thoughts?
Guys, we talked a little bit before the show about this. I'm kind of addicted right now. Every October, I fall into the trap of Halloween movies,
I love it, though, buddy.
horror films.
I love
Give me
it.
all the 80s synth vibes.
Oh, okay. I was going to tell you, Hotel Transylvania Summer Vacation was on last night.
But there's one movie that sticks out. I had never watched it before last night. It's legendary for all of the wrong ways. We're going to be talking about Nightmare on Elm Street.
What?
2.
Oh, boy, I was about to say, you're about to get choked out.
Here we go.
All right, let's do it next.
Get in the showers.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center. Car crash? Call Clausman Law.
A stop-and-go ride continues eastbound on I-4 between Conroy Road and Lee Road. We're still seeing delays in the westbound direction, too, between US 192 and Osceola Polk Line Road, as well as between Sand Lake Road and Central Florida Parkway. A slow go, too, between Parr Street and Ivanhoe Boulevard. Eastbound steady on the 408 between Orange Avenue and the Conway East Toll Plaza. The Beach Line 417 in good shape. See traffic problems? Call the Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477 from the Traffic Center. I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Newsy, the only free 24/7 over-the-air news network. Get your news with Newsy, the only 24/7 news network that's free, using your TV's digital antenna or your favorite streaming device. Newsy is the essential, relevant journalism you've been searching for. Solid facts without the opinions. Learn more at newsy.com.
Take your identity into your own hands with the help of Privacy Guard. Privacy Guard is an identity monitoring service that can help you maintain control over your credit and identity information. Check your Triple Bureau credit scores each month. View identity theft alerts, and you're just a tap away from a dedicated identity theft specialist. The Privacy Guard app is free to members, so enroll on the app or at privacyguard.com/today. Plans are just $1 for the first 14 days, then as low as $9.99 a month, and they automatically renew monthly until canceled.
No matter the challenges, we were there with a stronger, more reliable energy grid.
When our community struggled, we were there with flexible payment arrangements and other support.
And as the sun comes out, bringing the promise of a brighter tomorrow, we will still be here.
With energy that's reliable, affordable, and cleaner than ever, we're Duke Energy, and we're building a smarter energy future for you.
Paid for by Duke Energy shareholders.
Tax problems can be extremely stressful and cause financial devastation. The tax attorneys at J. David Tax Law are right here in Orlando to be your personal advocate and resolve your IRS or state sales tax issues. J. David Tax Law focuses on your needs and case outcomes. Don't be fooled by out-of-town tax companies that focus only on signing you up without even working with an attorney. At J. David Tax Law, only highly experienced tax attorneys will represent you. If you have federal or state sales tax debt, payroll taxes, bank levies, wage garnishments, tax liens, or unfiled returns, have a face-to-face with J. David Tax Law and get the help you need. Never trust your tax situation to anyone you can't walk in and look in the eye. Call J. David Tax Law for a no-cost consultation at 407-603-3962. That's 407-603-3962. Or go to jdavidtaxlaw.com. Peace of mind is only a click or a phone call away.
Sunnyside Electric.
Yes, the switch for my ceiling fan doesn't work.
If you'd like to completely rewire your house, press 1.
No, it's just a switch that doesn't...
For a new 6,000 amp panel, press 2.
Panel's fine, I think. Just the broken switch.
Tiny little switch, and you expect us to come out and fix it?
Well, you are electricians.
Not really worth the bother to us.
Well, it bothers me. I can't turn on the ceiling fan.
Maybe just tape a sign on the switch that says out of order.
You're out of order. This would never happen with Frank Gay.
But you didn't call Frank Gay.
Yes, I didn't.
And here we are.
I'm calling Frank Gay.
When you need electrical service, you need help now. Licensed electricians who are happy to fix any electrical problem, big or small. That's the Frank Gay way.
If you'd called Frank Gay in the first place, it would probably be done by now. That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
Halloween is back at Dunkin', so treat yourself to a peanut butter cup macchiato, layered with bone-chillingly bold espresso, and sink your fangs into our terrifyingly tasty spider donut. That's good, scary good. America runs on Dunkin'. Price and participation may vary, limited time offer.
Big news from Simply Safe Home Security. Okay. Actually, I think the horns are too much. That's better. Big news, the new wireless outdoor security camera is here. Yes, Simply Safe's award-winning home security just got even better, taking whole home protection to a whole new level. Okay, I'm missing the horns. Simply Safe is celebrating this new camera with 30% off a new system this week. Visit simplysafe.com.
Gibson Truck World's expert team of sales and service staff will show you why we have been the pioneer of used trucks since 1995. With our 1-year bumper-to-bumper warranty valid across the entire United States, our exclusive 15-day exchange policy, and our $1,000 best price guarantee, it's easy to see why we're the #1 used truck dealership in all of Florida. Please call, visit, or explore our website today to see for yourself why we are the king of trucks.
When life-changing events happen, it's important to have somebody there to take the burden off of your shoulders. At those moments, Kramer Law is there for you. If you were involved in a divorce or you're having a dispute with your ex, Kramer Law will be there to take care of you every step of the way. Life-changing events happen. Having a lawyer on your side is the smart move. No matter what the legal issue, we're here for you. Kramer Law, one firm for life.com. Offices Altamont Springs.
This hour of programming brought to you in part by FAS Windows and Doors.
Fence Outlet has the largest selection of fencing options in the state with over 400,000 square feet of showroom and warehouse space. Get 0% financing for 12 months for your gorgeous new fence. Book your appointment online today. Go to fenceoutlet.com. License number C-10252 and C-10803.
Heard of the job? Dial pound 529 on your cell. Pound law, that's all.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the personal injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studio. Car accidents, other injuries, call pound 546 from your cell or visit whenyouneedus.com. You're listening to WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Available everywhere with the iHeartRadio app. Now #1 for podcasting. We are an iHeartRadio station.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Text the nationwide keyword BANK, B-A-N-K. Bank to the number 200-200. You'll get a confirmation text and info. Standard data and message rates apply in this nationwide contest. That's bank to the number 200-200. Good luck.
The Jim Colbert Show returns now on Real Radio 104.1.
Oh, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show. I am Jim, Deb, and Jack are here as well. Let's get some Ross thoughts.
It's weird.
Let's do this.
It's funny.
Wake them up.
Sometimes.
Thank you.
It's Ross.
Sometimes.
Spelled like sauce.
We be rocking.
It's Ross Thoughts.
Sometimes we're just talking. And that's why we're all here. Welcome to Ross Thoughts. I need to tell you guys, first of all, can I open up about a small debate? I cannot. I have a feeling Jim is a big, he's a big foodie. He's team me on this one. I was team love earlier in our debate, and I sided with good old Jim here. Watermelons.
What about it?
How much of the green are you eating?
I don't understand what you're asking me.
The green on the watermelon. How much do you eat?
The rind?
Yeah.
I do not eat the rind of the watermelon. Although it's you can restaurants pickle that and serve it as a condiment or as a side. You can make a relish out of it.
Yeah, that's a joke. That's a cruel joke they're playing on you. But he's talking about, Jimmy, there's the white neutral zone.
Right, that's
in between the green outer rind and then the sweet watermelon.
Right, yeah, sure.
Ross goes to town on that.
You like that? You like that part? You're not supposed to eat that.
What?
Actually, you can eat all parts of the melon, to be honest with you, and it's got a lot of nutrients. It just has any flavor, no sugar in there.
I scrape.
Why do you like it?
I scrape my teeth against it and get.
It was bizarre.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Stop
We
that.
got the pieces.
You don't want to touch it.
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, man, I don't want to hear it.
What are you talking
That's
about?
just a weird thing to scrape your teeth on something like that.
All right, so I have two examples. Rind from the watermelon I ate,
Look at
which is
example
right
A.
there. You can see that.
And it would
Anyone
be on the
watching on
feed there,
YouTube,
yeah.
you see that.
and-
So I give up a little watermelon because I'm only getting so close to the white part there.
Which is also described as wasteful.
Okay, and this is what our buddy Jimmy. Look at the camera, Jimmy. Look at the camera, Jimmy. Look.
That's what my ducks eat.
Jimmy?
Like when my ducks love melon, when I give the ducks watermelon, that's what it looks like when we go back. The ducks eat that.
Ross takes it all the way to the green part. He eats so much of that white stuff.
That's
It's like a rabbit went at it.
I heard that gives you a stomach ache. That's an old wives' tale, though, but it gives you a stomach ache. You're not supposed to eat that.
It's a wives' tale that that's good for you.
I mean, it may be good for you, yeah. It has no flavor, though. Why do you like that so much, man?
What do you mean no flavor? Sure, it's not as flavorful as the red stuff, but it's also very good.
You mean the actual? Well, that's in his watermelon, yeah.
So
where did that come from?
Where did that come from?
I mean, where did all this come from with the watermelon?
Well, I thought you were going to be on my side, but I guess not.
Okay.
I guess I'm the weirdo.
Well, I mean, I just know that can be pickled.
Considering I just closed your passenger door that apparently you'd left open for a while.
I'm sorry?
Guys, we got Freddy Krueger to talk about. Yeah, I left the door open,
You left
Jim.
the door to your car wide open?
When you got here at 1:30?
What happened?
Yes. This is not how Ross Thoughts is supposed to go.
Okay,
here, guys.
Sorry, I was just trying to explain why I was late.
We can do that next segment.
So if the door is open and the dome light is on, There's a chance his car might not start.
Oh, trust me, there's a dome light that's way off.
I didn't.
That dome light there is way off.
I didn't look for that part. I just locked it and closed it and made sure it was locked and that there was no one hiding in the back seat.
Was the light on?
Like Freddy Krueger?
I didn't even think to look for the light because I knew I was already so late. I'm sorry.
The light could have been a smoldering fire.
But I'm sure Jimmy's got jumping cables.
I don't have any.
Yeah, you do.
I'm in the Mustang today, so I've got nothing.
Well, lucky me, I also have jumper cables.
I have jumper cables as well.
You're fine. We'll push start it.
So do I.
Freddy Krueger.
You want to see the pictures?
No.
You took photos of my ajar car?
Let me see him.
My ajar car.
I did, man.
The car is ajar.
I couldn't believe it. I'm walking by and I'm like,
wait a minute.
Who would break into that thing?
I'm like, who the hell is breaking into my coworker's car?
Did they break it and leave something?
And they better still be there.
Did they have wrappers they needed to get rid of?
Yeah.
Did they break it?
But you peeped it, right? Pretty clean. That thing's shining.
Crazy, man.
I mean, it's not shining,
Yeah,
but there's no loose articles of trash in it right now.
That's the safest ajar door in all of Orlando.
They looked in and saw the stains and went, "Nah, I'm good."
Probably left you a couple Walmart cards just out of sympathy.
Freddy Krueger.
They tape it to your stone and say, "We're sorry."
A Nightmare on Elm Street.
Oh, I thought, okay, so
2.
we are not talking about your car.
Dose.
I am trying to finish all the Nightmares on Elm Street before Halloween.
How many are there?
You do have 5 or 6. I think you do have a fascination with the horror movie this time of year.
I do.
I think there's like 5 or 6.
I fall into the trap. Every October, I'm like, man, let me just see some blood. Let me see some blood from a teenager.
Okay.
I'm so what?
Why?
What are you talking about? That's what happens. Teenagers always get straight wrecked in these movies.
You're right, they do. Freddie and Jason have not been kind.
Yeah, no, they go after the young folk. So I go ahead, I watch the first one, classic. So many cool things.
Yeah.
The rotating room is such a priceless, timeless image that will stand the test of the horror history. So good. So I go ahead and I'm like, you know what, let me watch number 2. You guys know anything about Nightmare on Elm Street 2?
I don't know.
Freddy's Revenge?
I know that one of them was panned as being one of the worst movies, but I know that 3 was not it because Dream Warrior, I believe, was number 3, and it had all the great music from all the great 80s like metal bands.
So the first one was such a success, and they went, holy crap, we struck gold. We need to make a second one right now.
Yeah, a franchisable character right off the bat.
100%. And his name is Wes Craven was like, I'm not doing a second one. And they went, the F you're not, because we need to make money, because they actually barely made any money on the first one because they were so in debt in making the first one that they were paying back all of the loans that they've off of the money that they did make from the first one. So the second one is straight up a cash grab.
And Wes Craven had nothing to do with it.
Nothing.
Nothing at all. It didn't write it, didn't direct it, didn't produce it. Was
Can you tell?
Not even close to it. It's supposed to be terrible.
What'd you ask, Deb?
If you can tell the difference between kind of like Peter Jackson, who did the first 2 Harry Potters, and then the directors that subsequently followed.
I wasn't Peter Jackson who did the first 2 Harry Potters.
It was Lord of the Rings.
It was
Chris Columbus.
Chris Columbus, thank you.
So I go ahead and I watch the second one. I quickly start picking up on, and I get it, it's 2021, but I'm over here going, my God, this is gay.
Gay?
Gay.
What do you mean gay?
The second Nightmare on Elm Street is straight up homosexual.
Is it really?
Really?
I never noticed that. What do you mean? Like homoerotic?
It is homoerotic.
Like there's a lot of scenes in there that are shaky?
Jim, I'm 20 minutes in, and I'm like, I can't be the only one, right?
I believe that?
I can't be the only one picking up on this odd dance scene. I can't be. I understand the 80s or the 80s here. But if you were to go onto Google and you start typing in Nightmare on Elm Street 2, Google should finish the sentence and say, gay.
It does. It says it's
what is going on?
Nightmare on Elm Street 2, gay.
Now, here's the thing. I went and did more research. Everyone who's been affiliated with the film went out on record and went, yeah, this is not what we were shooting for, but this is just how it came out, man.
BuzzFeed says in 2016 that the Nightmare behind the gayest horror film ever made.
It is a screaming metaphor for being gay in the 80s as a young man and how you're staying in the closet. Jim, there is a scene where the principal, right?
Yeah.
Is at a gay bar. And the main character, who, by the way, it's so bad. It's such a terrible movie. Who's being possessed by Freddy Krueger, goes to a gay bar, sees his teacher. The teacher then grabs the main character and goes, "You need to go to the gym, young little boy. And you better run around until you're sweaty.
Mm-hmm.
And then right after that, you got to go hit the showers."
That's right.
And then they hit the showers together as the teacher is like roped up against the shower
with a jump rope.
With a jump rope.
Some unknown force has taken control of the teacher, who was, by the way, wearing a leather vest.
Leather vest here, okay?
Over what shirt?
And then
None.
He proceeds to get you remember in middle school where you would whip up the towels?
Mm-hmm.
You just
the rat tail pop.
The rat tail pop, right? The rat tail pop to a naked man. Right on the butt.
A naked student.
It's
he
the
was
teacher.
getting it. Yeah.
It's the teacher just getting ripped in the butt off this towel.
Okay,
Okay,
clarification's important.
Very important.
This is the moment where my fiance goes, "What are we watching?" It's Freddy Krueger, I swear.
Yeah.
It's Freddy Krueger.
I never look forward to that question after you pick out whatever you're watching and you get that question part of the way in. What are we watching?
Right.
It's never good.
There is a moment, and this is worth watching because it's so bad, it's good, and it's such a screaming, oh my God, the 80s.
Yeah.
All the synths, all the...
Oh, no.
It is so cheesy and bad that it becomes very entertaining and laughable. But I'll tell you this, there is a scene where the main character, a young man, goes to the love interest, who is a woman in this movie.
Oh, finally, there's a female.
And they start making out.
All right.
And then he can't because he is repulsed. He is disgusted.
Yeah, because of the female thing.
Because all of a sudden his tongue becomes Freddy Krueger's. And where does he go? To his best friend's house.
Uh-oh.
Where he sleeps in the same room. It is so odd. It is so not Freddy Krueger, and I'm going to continue on my journey. But let it be known, in the world of cinema, in the history of cinema, there is a super gay Freddy Krueger movie, and it is glorious.
By the way, there are volumes written about how this movie turned into this. Apparently, every rewrite, it would get gayer. There would be more. There would be more gay stuff in it every time they rewrote it. They'd be like, something's wrong with this. It needs more gay.
It is so comically funny and just super gay. And I love it. It is such a great, fun watch. If you're looking for a very fun time with, your fiance, who will definitely look up from her phone and go, "What are we watching?" Well, then I got the movie for you.
How modern day is that? Look, we're watching a movie together. She'll look up from her phone.
Right, yeah. How sweet of her.
Yeah, no, she loved it.
I guess one of these guys who was in the movie said the film's gay subtext was increasingly emphasized through script rewrites as production progressed. It just became undeniable. He told BuzzFeed, "I'm lying in a bed and the candles are dripping and they're bending like phalluses." And the white wax is dripping all over. I'm in the center of a certain video that starts with a B word. And everybody started laughing. It just became so comical.
It is a comedy of how bad it is. And those are your Ross thoughts. Go watch Freddy Krueger, Nightmare on Elm Street 2, Freddy's Revenge.
"I need you, Jesse," Freddy Krueger growls. "We've got special work to do here, you and me," he says, tenderly flicking the hair out of the teenage boy's eyes.
Oh, my God.
"You've got the body, I've got the brain."
Yeah.
Mark Patton left Hollywood behind after starring in that movie, and more than 30 years later, he says it was the ultimate betrayal.
Wow, really?
Because that's not the part he'd signed up for. And now he's known as the lead and the gayest Freddy Krueger ever. That's why it lives on.
Hey, a movie's objective is to be entertaining, and my God, was I entertained.
It says Ross is completely missing the point of Nightmare 2. It's supposed to be gay and obviously a cheese fest, and honestly, it's one of the best of the franchises because it knows what it is and doesn't hold back.
Then we watched
Said by a guy who loves shower scenes with popping towels.
It's an odd name. But those are your thoughts. Go check out the movie. See if I'm just tripping.
All right, 407-916-1041. Back in a second with more of the Jim Colbert Show.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7. It's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by Gringos Locos and SecuredRoofingAndRestoration.com. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James, Miguel, Mikey, and Ken. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center, the lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry.
Heavy traffic continues eastbound on I-4 between Conroy Road and Lee Road, but now we're seeing heavy traffic westbound between Parr Street and Ivanhoe Boulevard, and also between US 192 and Osceola Polkline Road. Steady traffic continues eastbound on the 408 between Orange Avenue and the Conway East Toll Plaza. No reported issues right now on the 408. The Beach Line is up to speed, as well as 417 and the Turnpike. See traffic problems? Call the traffic tip line at 866-676-8477 from the Traffic Center. I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by SeaWorld. Surprise the kids and kids at heart with trick-or-treating and family fun at Spooktacular. After sundown, gather your fearless friends for terrifying haunted houses and more at Hallow Scream. With treats by day and frights by night, the Halloween excitement doesn't stop this fall at SeaWorld Orlando.
Man, here in Central Florida, your AC has to be ready to go at all times. Even though it's a little cooler outside, no question, you know how the moods can change here in Florida. Either way, that preventive maintenance plan for you will get you ready for next year for sure. Mills Air is ready to do that for you right now. What is preventive maintenance? It's easy. They come to your house, they look at your units, make sure the inside and the outside units are ready to go. All the parts are testing fine, and then they move on. If they're not, they replace the parts that are good or replace the parts that are bad with good parts, making you ready to go when the heat sets in next year. That's what Mills Air is all about. Plus, they're factory certified Carrier dealers. And if you do need a new unit, a Carrier unit would sound great. How about up to $2,700 in rebates on that brand new Carrier unit? They can do that for you as well. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier, family owned and operated for over 27 years. Actually, it's 29 years. Call today. Schedule your appointment, 407-277-1159. Online, it's easy. It's millsair.com.
All those leaves changing colors mean one thing. It's time to change your oil right along with them. So head to Advanced Auto Parts for an oil change bundle. 5 quarts of Mobil 1, Castrol, Valvoline, or Pennzoil Full Synthetic Oil, and a qualifying premium oil filter for $37.99. Plus, right now, if you choose a qualifying Mobil 1 bundle, you also get free Spray 9 disinfecting cleaner. Advance your auto at Advanced Auto Parts and participating CarQuest locations. See store for details.
When it comes to power, trust the source. SolarSource.com.
Need to turn your home equity into cash? This is Robert Palmer, and home values are at an all-time high. Smart homeowners are accessing home equity at today's low rates. But don't use your home equity to pay closing costs. Let me pay them instead. Visit rpfunding.com for details. NMLS 7168, Equal Housing.
I'm Katie. I was in a bad car accident. I woke up in the hospital 6 weeks later. My husband called attorney Glenn Klotzman. I met with Glenn. He said he would take care of everything, just keep healing. I feel blessed he was there to help. I'm doing well. I'm so thankful Glenn Klotzman was there for us. The results he got for us were way more than expected. He's more than an attorney, he's a friend. Call him at 407-917-1718. KLAUSMAN law.com. Office Winter Park.
Hey, Orlando. Now you can get treated for everything from chest pains to ankle sprains at a third of the cost and half the time of an average ER visit. Say hello to a better emergency care experience. Say hello to Guidewell Emergency Doctors. Operated by Crucial Care, time is based on the American College of Emergency Physicians. Cost comparison based on 2016 actuarial analysis of hospital-based ER visits.
Call me, Mark Anajar, at the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733 for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
Office in Orlando.
Raising taxes on America's job creators will make American businesses less competitive and put American jobs at risk. Going backward now by raising taxes on business will only weaken the recovery and put America behind China and our other foreign competitors. Let's strengthen the economy, create good-paying jobs, and expand opportunity for hardworking Americans here at home. We do that by maintaining America's competitive tax code. Learn more at brt.org/tax2021. Paid for by Business Roundtable.
Have you noticed when you watch the news that a lot of crimes are recorded on doorbell cameras? The kind that you can buy at big box stores. Do-it-yourself camera systems do sound appealing, but they can be a major security risk. Many of these do-it-yourself systems share your internet or your personal information, and there's no way of controlling who that information is shared with. That's why you should deal with the experts at SafeTouch Security. When combined with a SafeTouch security system, the possibilities are endless. And when a SafeTouch expert installs your cameras, they're virtually hack resistant. SafeTouch never shares your internet or personal info. For the latest on NVR cameras, digital cameras, or cameras with cloud storage, SafeTouch can help you choose the system that's right for your family or your business. Don't give the bad guys a doorway to invade your home or your family. Call SafeTouch today and find out about all the options available. You may be surprised at how affordable a new SafeTouch integrated system can be. Visit safetouch.com to find out about all the options. They'll even give you a free estimate. That's safetouch.com.
Sunnyside Air Conditioning.
Oh, hi. My AC is blowing hot air.
Unfortunately, all of our representatives are busy.
What about my air conditioner?
But if you'll just listen to some more on-hold music...
Then you'll send someone right away to fix my AC?
Well...
Don't tell me.
Would be nice if we could do that, but...
You really won't?
We really won't.
Awesome.
I suggest you try again tomorrow.
This would never happen if I'd called Frank Gay.
But you didn't call Frank Gay.
When will I learn?
That is the eternal question.
I'm calling Frank Gay.
When your AC isn't working right, you need help now. A helpful operator ready to assist on your schedule and your problem fixed fast. That's the Frank Gay way.
You do make things so very hard on yourself. Have you considered therapy?
That's the Frank Gay way. FrankGayServices.com.
Here's a fact. COVID hospitalizations of young people have tripled since the start of summer. Also a fact, vaccines are highly effective in preventing hospitalizations and deaths, even from the Delta variant. If you've got questions about COVID vaccines, talk to a doctor, because our kids are irreplaceable. We can do this. Find vaccines near you at vaccines.gov. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Any legal issue, Kramer Law, onefirmforlife.com. Offices Altamont Springs.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show, also available to watch at The Jim Colbert Show on Twitch.
Yeah, I told you we love giving money away. Kenny, congratulations out there in Deltona. We picked up $1,000 from the Jim Colbert Show. Congratulations, Kenny. You did exactly what we said, and we paid you off. $1,000 coming your way, buddy. Enjoy that for this holiday season coming up. Stack it away, buy some Christmas early. Do all those things. Your plane tickets buy early. Early.
Send some pizza to your favorite radio show.
That's right. You can do that. No salt, though. 407-916-1041.
Oh, man, don't ruin it for everybody.
Text us 000. I can even tell you a better part. By the way, I'm Jim, Deb, Jack, and Ross are here as well.
What else do you have to do?
So I'm talking about, by the way, go to JimColbertLive.com. We have tons of great stuff up on the blog right now, including our What'd You Do That's New. It's up there. I suggested a video from an engineering disaster that happened in '86. It was the Lake Pinyar tragedy. Nobody passed, though, by the way, but it is a crazy story. JimColbertLive.com. What else do we have up there, guys?
Well, Orlando, the city, and OUC announced that they want all businesses to be solar by 2030.
Which is so cool, yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Whoa, man, really?
100%. And so they have teams at businesses that are signing on. We have that story and the video posted at JimColbertLive.com. Orlando City and the Orlando Pride signed up to be part of that as well.
Very nice.
Yeah,
Oof, cool. 2030 is tight. That's a tight schedule.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. That's pretty fast.
That is very fast.
And there's still a story that's getting a lot of traction, and it has to do with the new shorts at Hooters.
Is it still getting them?
Now, why would that be getting
Yeah, I don't
attention?
know.
And actually, there's something Deb posted yesterday that I just watched, which is pretty interesting. And it's homeowners' Halloween decorations.
Yeah.
Confused for a crime scene. It's
Oh yeah.
if you go by the level of the gore though is pretty off the chart. But
It's really.
yeah, so of course, Karens and other neighborhood people might not
How
be
dare
pleased
you.
with it. It's creating some traffic down the block, but also the guy's attitude is pretty fun in the news report.
Oh, yeah.
And you can see that at Jim Colbert
Yeah, he
Live.
has a new wood chipper blood fountain that sprays
Oh,
3,000 gallons of fake blood per hour.
Oh my God.
And that's just one aspect of his Halloween decoration.
The other, one of the other big stories for Halloween, did you see the guy that built the giant skeleton arms that are coming out from behind his house?
No.
And like reaching over. I mean, the thumb is as big as I am. I mean, that's how, I mean, this,
That's
a huge thumb.
It is giant.
I mean, really big.
Big old fat dying thumb.
Yeah.
So here's the other thing that
High
happened.
blood pressure thumb.
So-
blood pressure looks like a big sausage.
Got my the doctor's appointment was yesterday at 11:15. Of course, we've gone over that.
Knockwurst. Sorry.
So we talk about it on the air, and of course, you can hear all the great concern.
Hey, I love you, Jim.
It's everywhere. I mean, it really is. It's omnipresent. The concern for my coworkers,
yeah.
for my health and well-being.
I love you too, Ross.
Yeah, it's like the spirit of God in this room.
Yeah.
So I'm there with my beautiful wife last night as I reach into the fridge to grab a beer and then put it back because
How that must kill
You U-turned a beer.
because the first thing my wife asks me when I walk in the door, how'd your doctor's appointment go, honey?
Oh, you blue butted it.
And she's holding a gun.
No. She's cooking dinner. I'm like, well, honey, as I mean, everything was okay. Pretty good health. Lungs good. 98% saturation for oxygen. That's with a mask on. Pretty good there. All the vitals are good. Everything's solid. Now, of course, I don't have the blood work yet to tell the old cholesterol story. I'm sure that's going to be a time one. But he did say, he goes, hey, look, I said, my blood pressure's up. And she goes, what's up? And I said, well, it's like 140 over 90 something. And she stopped what she was doing and turned around and looked at me and said, what? And I said, yeah, it's like 140 over 90. She goes, Jimmy.
we know she
that
did.
sound. We know. Jimmy.
Jimmy. What are you doing? I mean, she is like pissed because, look, we've talked about this health issue thing, and my wife is in extremely good shape. Very disciplined eater, doesn't drink very much, no smoking, Pilates 3, 4, 5 times a week. She is in amazing shape. And I said, well, baby, we need to make some changes.
Yeah, like upping the life insurance on you.
I love the we, like he's got a frog in his pocket.
She goes, hey, it's the same we have to do chores. You know what we should do?
Right.
So I said, yeah, we have to make some changes. She goes, oh, yeah? Well, what kind of changes do we have to make? And I said, well, baby, we got to drop our salt intake. Like it's, salt is a bad news. And I mean, apparently we're eating too much salt. She goes, well, I can eat salt. And I'm like,
and you're complaining about the love in this room?
And I said, are you kidding me? You're not going to sacrifice salt for me?
No.
And I have to sacrifice alcohol as well?
Absolutely.
She says, well, I have low blood pressure. I cannot sacrifice salt. So I said, well, what are we going to do then? Who's making these dinners where some has salt, some doesn't have salt?
Oh, like that's the first time you have to make dietary adjustments making a meal. You can't just add salt to one and not the other. Come on, Jimmy.
You just make the same thing
Well,
and then
no,
add
it doesn't,
salt.
It
And
doesn't
then-
work
no,
like that. You
this
two
is-
dopes don't know anything about cooking?
No, I know absolutely
These
what you
guys,
do with this.
the worst.
You cook the meal
Yeah.
for both you and Tori.
Mm-hmm.
You watch as she salts her food generously.
Jesus.
And then she watches as your tears
Yeah.
delicately
Maybe I
salt
just
your
salt it
own
with
food.
those. Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. She's the saline.
That's exactly. Just let it just cry over your dinner.
How'd you salt this? I wept into it.
There you go.
Aw.
It worked for like water for chocolate.
You salt that? No, I sobbed it.
Yeah, that's a little cheat code. I'm sure that doesn't, count because that's already salt in your body.
Exactly. It's
Yeah.
just sodium being putting back in.
Think about this. I think we just
solved it.
Some salt has more sodium than others. That the table salt that you use is the worst for you. The iodized, you got to get that kosher salt, the flake
Yeah.
salt. That's the best for you. Per tablespoon, it's a third Or per teaspoon. I'm sorry. It's a third of the milligrams.
Kosher is better.
Kosher is better. Yeah.
Okay. What about sea salt?
Yes. Why don't you try that Himalayan pink sea salt?
Yeah. I mean, again, it's how much I can take in, like 1,200 or 2,100 milligrams a day or something. But give you an idea, like a small bag of Cheez-Its is like 400 milligrams of salt.
I like how that's the standard.
A small bag. Dude, that is a grand total of like 30 Cheez-Its. It's like, I've counted them because I don't want to get ripped off.
So when
I count my Cheez-Its, and then when they short me a Cheez-It, I write them a strongly worded letter.
So when the doctor told you about your, the sodium levels, did you respond with, well, how many Cheez-Its is that?
Yeah, no.
What's
But
the
I
Cheez-It?
tell you what I did do. I went to this to our snack rack over there in the little room.
And cried?
And I looked at the sodium content of everything on that rack. What do you think is the worst thing on that rack?
I don't know.
And I mean, it's chips, Doritos, Fritos,
nuts,
beef jerky. I don't think there are any nuts over there. There's some bars or whatever. What's the worst thing on the rack?
Whatever claims to be the healthiest.
No, it's Cheez-Its.
And you've been dogging those things for like a year.
Cheez-Its is the only product on that rack that has a sodium milligram count over 400. Everything else is below 400, and some of it is even lower than that. The stuff you wouldn't expect. Like I thought beef jerky would be loaded with sodium, and it does have it for sure, but nothing like those Cheez-Its.
Well,
it's
that
because
just
they
means
glue big pieces of salt to every one of them.
This just means that you have lots of snack availability now. You just can't eat the Cheez-Its.
I wonder if there's a saltless Cheez-It out there for you, Jim.
But why?
Well, I love it the way you say that. I love the way you say that.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, just like that, buddy.
This is my new tone of voice.
Isn't it? Well, it sucks.
It's positive.
It sucks.
And it's filled with support. Maybe you can get used to this voice.
They have reduced fat Cheez-Its. That's also an issue for you.
No, the fat thing's not so bad, Jack, but I appreciate you bringing that up. Oh, my God. It's a cholesterol issue that may be the problem when I get my blood taken. And can I tell you also how much I love getting my blood taken?
Well, you're just being an advocate for me getting my ass to the doctor's office, like really good.
It's my favorite thing to do.
Yeah.
It's my favorite thing to do to get blood taken.
Uh-huh.
There's nothing in the world like feeling like you're going to die while some new nurse jabs you in the arm 6 times trying to find the vein.
Oh,
That's the best thing
Stop.
ever.
You're just complaining because you're healthy.
Listen, this tube that they put in your arm to pull blood out of you, you could drink through it. Yeah. This thing is
Tell me about it.
The needle is
Tell me about it,
massive.
Hotshot.
Jack gets this done all the time.
Every 8 weeks.
He's a soulless hate machine.
Yeah, and Jack does this for fun.
He does it for fun. He does.
Actually,
Jack does this on a Tuesday morning. He goes out and gives blood like he's some vampire. Reverse vampire.
So I went last week when I was off. I went. It was 8 weeks. It's actually been 9 weeks since my last donation, so I'm eligible to give again. They were doing Wawa Week. And so they had the blood mobile at different area Wawas.
You're not even human.
Oh, let me say this about
wait.
You're not even real.
So
I don't even want to hear it.
They had a reward actually. You donate blood, they give you $20 in Wawa gift cards and their Halloween donate blood shirt, which I got size large. Thank you.
Super cool, by the way. Skeleton hands with a drop of blood between them.
I'm digging it. I'll wear it again before Halloween.
You should, man. It's cool.
And so, as I always do, I tend to post on social media to encourage other people to donate blood because you save lives when you do it.
Yeah.
That's what they say.
Up to
and
3.
so I mentioned, I traded, I think it was like I traded, a pint of blood for $20 in Wawa and this cool Halloween shirt.
That's what they say.
Couple hours later, I get a phone call.
Uh-huh.
It's my sister.
What'd she do?
She goes, hey, I just wanted to let you know, like, if you needed money, I could lend you money.
She wanted to get to him before he posted about selling his plasma.
I saw online that you were selling your blood for Wawa cards.
How many people actually do you think do that just for the money?
Oh God, yeah, tons. College, that's how they got through it.
Whoa, stop, hold on for a second. You guys overwhelmingly said yes. Is that like that?
Selling plasma?
Well,
hell yeah.
So Jimmy, I don't think they donate blood so much. At the blood center, they give you you get a $20 gift card and a cookie and an apple juice.
All right.
But there is
a sweet buzz for
there
about
are
40 minutes.
plasma donation centers, and I think you get paid for that.
Yep.
How often can you do that?
Why is things tough?
No.
We can tape a collection.
I know some people that owe me some stuff. No, I mean, but seriously, what do they pay for that?
I don't know, but I know that for people who needed to make a little extra money, get some gas money,
And the guy who wanted a TV in his bathroom, according to the commercials we play.
You can donate whole blood as often as 84 days, and then I think you can
56.
56.
So you can donate blood every 56 days?
And plasma is every 28 days.
Yeah.
Damn!
So once a month, you need that extra cash.
Yeah, you can knock off $50 off rent.
How much do you get? Is it $50?
I don't know.
Depends on the place, but I mean, you can get between $40, $60. For a lot of people, that's gas money.
Is that what they're saying? For real? You get $40 to $60 for selling your plasma? Is that real? Have you done it, Jack?
Never.
I haven't done it, but
is it a different process?
It's a different place.
Yeah, but what I'm saying doesn't.
No, I'm not trying to be funny there. It's just.
It's another mile, and you just can't stand to pay that.
No,
it's a different business. I donate to the Florida Blood Center, which is now One Blood.
Got that.
And that's our blood bank for the state of Florida.
Mm-hmm.
I know they sell it to
hospitals,
the hospitals, whoever needs the blood. However, I donate it as a way to give back, and they tell you
that's your good person stuff.
Yeah, you get to donate 30. It was a way for me to donate when I was too poor or I didn't want to come off of cash. I figured, this is the way to give back when I didn't have money.
It's probably better because they struggle with blood donors, and the One Blood here in Orlando actually services a good chunk of the state of Florida with blood products. And 1 pint of blood has at least 3 separate products between the red blood cells, white blood cells,
and then plasma.
The clotting, there's white blood.
One blood.
And then they'll also take out the plasma there as well, and they'll use those 3 separate products. The red blood cells maybe will go to
whatever, cancer patients or
burn victims, pediatrics.
Right.
And now they email you when your blood gets used for someone. Yeah,
really?
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
Oh, that's so cool.
It's also healthier. Your body's the natural filter on your body. You're producing more. And
I wonder if that's why you look so damn young.
Might be.
How long have you been doing this?
Yeah, all your blood is young.
It's a reverse vampire. You're a reverse vampire. You give blood and you stay young. But seriously, how long have you been doing this?
I've been doing this for years.
But what's years? Give me a number.
Well, I mean, the first time was in high school.
He's being shifty. You see this? I think we're on to
it. But I'm saying, this guy's been giving blood for almost 30 years of his life. And look how young this guy looks. He's older than I am, for Christ's sakes, and he looks like he's 38.
I've been doing it more seriously like the past 5, 6, or 7 years or so. Like, I tried to be more regimented of every couple of months.
That would be a very interesting study, to go to people who have been giving blood regularly their entire life, their entire adult lives, to see if it does, if it changes your aging at all. Do you, in your family? I know that your father died young, but you primarily have sisters, but there are males in your family. Does your whole family have that same aesthetic where you guys look incredibly good for your age?
So my mom has always or she always did look younger than her age. Right up until, at a certain point when you get into your 80s and 90s.
You just don't care anymore, man.
Right. But,
you can't even see that well.
In her 50s and 60s, she definitely looked a lot younger than she was. So that was kind of a gene thing.
Some places give you $500 to $600 a month. Somebody says that mostly it's like $100 or so a month for plasma.
Yeah, someone also, you can donate plasma several times a week or at least twice a week. Some places offer $50 for each donation.
How long is the process then?
People are saying it's like an hour and a half. It doesn't look like it's not like a one and done. You just walk in and you walk out 20 minutes later, like maybe Jack does with a blood donation.
That's like a 45-minute thing.
Okay.
Bro, here's your wedding right here, man.
I know. And I don't mind, on the altar saying, I do.
But if they took blood and plasma from you, you would become clear. Like, you would just turn into a sheet of glass
Saran wrap
with a really bad T-shirt and worse hair.
And if you trip and just shatter.
If you really need money, maybe my sister can, write you a check, too.
Really.
Exactly.
She'll be concerned with your health.
Your poor sister.
Yeah.
She's over there. Oh my God, what's happening with Jack?
Yeah, tell your sister I give blood. I give blood. How you doing, Miss Bradshaw?
Damn it, man. Jim. Oh no, hold on, I can't read that one. Devlin cannot read that one. Up to $1,000 for plasma. But I bet your blood has to be cleared, though, right? You get screened to make sure you're okay for it or whatever.
And that's the other thing. You get a mini health check, so every 8 weeks I'm getting my cholesterol. Oh, actually, I have to log in to see what my latest cholesterol is.
Do you have good cholesterol levels?
I don't know. You want to bet on it?
What's your blood pressure?
I'll check it on the next.
What's your blood pressure right now, you think?
I would say right now it's probably, 116 over 72.
I'm throwing this out here.
Well, let me burst some.
If at least the last time I checked, let gay people donate blood.
Yeah.
That's still a thing?
That's still a thing.
I did not know that.
Yep.
Yeah.
In fact, someone had texted us earlier this week also saying that because they had served in the military and were stationed in London for 18 months, that they cannot give blood ever.
If you
because of mad cow disease.
What, really?
I had the same issue being married to an Englishman and spending weeks at a time in England. They ask you, where did you eat beef? Where did you eat it?
If you get a tattoo, you're done for a year.
Yeah.
Damn.
Because they can't afford these blood-borne illnesses because these blood products go to hospitals
everywhere.
Everywhere.
And you're right, that blood could be spread out to 20 people.
Exactly.
407-916-1041. You can text us at 77031. Load them up for last call, guys. Let's get the hell out of here.
It's that time.
Make us think or make it funny. Just make it good. Get on board now for last call on the Jim Colbert Show. 407-916-1041.
This Real Radio 1041 weather report sponsored by Rude Air Conditioning, powered by Ferguson HVAC.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner with your Fox 35 Central Florida forecast, and we're settling into a nice fall pattern, at least Florida style, with cooler mornings but warm afternoons, low humidity, and that trend continuing through the middle of this week before it gets a little bit more humid this weekend, followed by another push of some drier air for next week. Tonight's low 67, tomorrow the high 85 degrees. For tomorrow night down to 71, the high on Thursday 87, up to 89 degrees on Friday, so it will warm up. For the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Brooks Garner.
This report is sponsored by SeaWorld. Surprise the kids and kids at heart with trick-or-treating and family fun at Spooktacular. After sundown, gather your fearless friends for terrifying haunted houses and more at Hallow Scream. With treats by day and frights by night, the Halloween excitement doesn't stop this fall at SeaWorld Orlando.
Complete Power Resources is CPR for your home or business when the power goes out, and in Central Florida, that can happen often, specifically during the summer, but not if you have a standby generator, courtesy of the guys over at Complete Power Resources. And look, you got to have a licensed, trained pro install these. That's what Complete Power Resources is all about. Professionally trained, licensed, insured, bonded, background check, and even COVID-19 tested electricians do all the installs. You don't want to chuck in the truck near these things. It could be big problems. Go with the pros. That's what Complete Power Resources offers. And they have generators available and ready to go right now. No waiting like other companies out there. You don't have to do any of that. Financially sound, ready to carry all the inventory you need when you need it. They sell, service, and install top-line generators. Briggs & Stratton, Generac, Kohler, Cummins. They're your one-stop shop for all your generator needs. Stay out of the dark. Stay in the light. Complete Power Resources can do that for you. Log on today and book your appointment at CompletePowerResources.com.
Gibson Truck World professionally installs quality Pro Comp lifts. First, we install the track bar drop bracket and drop pitman arm. Next, we install the coil springs. Then, we install the rear lift block along with new U-bolts. We also mount new 37-inch Toyo tires and 20-inch fuel wheels. Lastly, all Gibson lifted trucks are aligned with our state-of-the-art Hunter system. Only Gibson Truck World will re-torque your suspension after 30 days free of charge. Why go anywhere else? Buy your lifted truck from Gibson Truck World. We are the king of lifted trucks.
Liberty Mutual Insurance Company presents
and Doug. And we're back with Limu, Emu, and Doug for the final question. Category is things you climb. All right, Limu, what do you think? You sure? We're going with Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance so you only pay for what you need. Oh, so close. We were looking for stairs. Huh. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Panera believes in saying yes. Yes to clean, fresh ingredients. Yes to the new chicken sausage and pepperoni flatbread topped with rich mozzarella. Yes to delicious mac and cheese. Yes to putting it on a sandwich, creating the grilled mac and cheese sandwich. And yes to impromptu road trips to Sandwich, Illinois. Because that's living life to the flavor fullest. Get $1 delivery when you order on our app. Panera. Live your yes. Pricing and product availability may vary. Visit PaneraBread.com.
Attention Medicare beneficiaries. When choosing a health plan, every
Everything's important, like knowing that when I go to my doctor visits, whether primary or specialist, I don't have a copay. That's peace of mind. Solis Health Plans gives me that. Also, knowing that with Solis, I have the benefit of obtaining up to $1,200 per year in OTC products. That's a relief. Yes, with Solis Health Plans, you get up to $1,200 a year in OTC products, brand name products, real quality. Solis also has the benefits you're looking for: transportation to doctor visits, hearing, vision, dental, and much more, like mental health programs to address the indirect effects of COVID-19. It's time for you to become a member so that you can have the peace of mind of knowing that with Solis, you're with a health plan that truly responds because they're local. Call now and join a local health plan that makes a difference at 1-833-33-SOLIS. 1-833-33-SOLIS. Solis Health Plans. Amazing healthcare just around the corner.
In the time before AT&T fiber internet.
Shame! Shame! Shame!
What did you do, love?
I ran out of internet data.
And they're making you shame walk.
No, it's just how I feel. Shame! Shame!
In the time after AT&T fiber internet.
Nice to have unlimited internet data, right?
Right. The dawn of a better internet era with AT&T fiber.
Limited availability in select areas. Check eligibility at att.com/getfiber. Restrictions apply.
O'Reilly. When you need auto parts, O'ReillyAuto.com is just a few clicks away. We offer convenient options for you to get your parts quickly. Order online and pick up for free at your local O'Reilly Auto Parts store. We'll even bring it out curbside. Or you can have your parts delivered right to your door with free shipping on most orders over $35. Visit O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Guys, now there's no excuse. Peak Performance for Men has helped thousands of men overcome erectile dysfunction. The question is, what are you waiting for? Live the life you want today with a free consultation. No medication, no pumps, no needles, no pain, no surgery, and absolutely no downtime. Just non-invasive acoustic wave therapy that will have you back to your natural form. That's right. Now for a limited time, a free consultation. There is no risk. Fix it for good with one phone call. Call the Orlando office today at 407-464-8181 or find them at peakperformanceformen.com. Why wait? Enjoy your life to the fullest. Peak can make the difference. Call 407-464-8181 and get your free consultation now. That's 407-464-8181. Peak Performance for Men.
Make the most of your investments. Certified Financial Group. Call pound 250 keyword certified planner.
The good news? You can watch us too. Like and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Real Radio 1041. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. The Jim Colbert Show returns now on Real Radio 104.
That's right. You take that, Jack. I am crushing your blood pressure numbers.
I think he's winning, actually.
Wait a second.
Absolutely wrecking you, dude.
Talk about what's your blood pressure?
Like 140 over 90 something, bro. Like 92 or 3.
Okay, and Jack, what's your blood pressure?
127 over 84.
That's a win, baby. That is a win.
You realize mine is lower, right?
Yeah. I'm higher. I win.
Guess who gets to eat salt when he gets home after he chases it with a
Jack doesn't
Costco
drink.
claw?
Oh, yeah, with a seltzer.
It's like golf, Jim.
It's not like golf.
It is. It's
You want a low score.
No, I'm going to stay.
That with your cholesterol.
I'm playing Stableford.
You're going
407.
Do you think your cholesterol will be lower or higher than mine right now?
If I were to check it right now, you're at 1 what?
You're going to be getting yours back, right?
Yeah, I got to go get the blood test next week.
Mine's up a little bit.
Oh, really? What is it? What's good, by the way?
Under 200
is considered okay.
It really depends on where your HDL is. But
You know what? It's also very genetic. Like genetics have a big play in your cholesterol. My wife is 127 pounds in unbelievably good shape, high cholesterol.
Yeah,
because
so much of it.
genetically she has high cholesterol.
Yeah, and that's the bummer of it. Like Chris's dad is thin as a rail, and yet is dealing with diabetes,
Heart issues. Yeah, yes. Genetics are such a massive player. You know who told me that originally? I used to work out with a guy named Mike years and years ago. He owned a gym with a professional wrestler here in town. and I worked out with him all the time. And this guy has forgotten more about nutrition and working out than all these muscle heads combined. And he used to tell me that very thing. He goes, man, listen, I'm going to be dead honest with you. You could come in here and wreck yourself for 2 hours a day and eat as well as you can. And then he pointed down the row at a 38-year-old guy, and he goes, you'll never look like that. This dude's 38, drinks every night, parties, has a good time, and shredded.
Yeah.
He goes, that guy doesn't do anything. He's in this gym twice a week, and that's it. And he eats and does whatever he wants. His genetics simply will not allow him to look any different than what he looks right down there. I shot that guy.
right in the abs, and it bounced off.
All right, go to JimColbertLive.com for all the cool stuff we have up. Deb, who do we have to thank today?
Well, we want to thank Glenn Klausman of Klausman Law for bringing us one of our most popular segments ever, What'd You Do That's New.
Absolutely. Also, we do have 2 lines open for last call, 407-916-1041. Again, that's 407-916-1041. 2 lines open for last call. Hop on. We'll do that in just a couple minutes. Yeah, Jack.
The question of the day
the
on
most important
Twitter,
question of the day. Yeah.
At Jim Colbert Show. Follow us there on Twitter. Join the crowd. It's a lot of fun, especially with our question of the day.
Yeah, tell me my second win of the day, Jack.
Should companies be allowed to have a no dating policy for employees? And 37% say yes, they should.
Yeah, okay. 37%. That's about right. For dumb people.
I can't believe that the majority said no to that.
What can't you believe? That no agrees with us, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no agrees with us.
40%,
37% of the people believe that the company they work for should be able to tell them who they can and can't date.
You know what? They're probably...
That's not accurate.
It is accurate.
They cannot tell you who you can and can't date. They can say... You're not allowed to date an employee, but you can date anyone outside the company.
Yeah, they're telling you you can't date.
I think that 37% is just married and bitter.
Maybe so. All right.
Angry.
Where are you doing stand-up this week, buddy?
Can't have salt.
I know you have stand-up coming up soon.
Yeah, I'm going to be out in New Smyrna on the 29th and 30th. Over at madcapscomedy.com. For all the information, you can just go to my social media.
Matter of fact, the best thing is Ross Paget Comedy on Facebook, because you listed your entire schedule in one post right there.
All of the posts.
Very good.
There's a lot of shows.
All right, you guys ready?
Yeah. Ready.
Let's do it. We do it. Grab those 2 lines for me there, Sauce, and we'll get going. Party Mom, last call.
Well, I got me some kryptonite, feeling the fizzle, listening to Colbert, got weed on the griddle. Life ain't nothing but a funny, funny riddle. Thank God I am Party Mom. Smoke weed every day.
Yes, you do. Thank you, Party Mom.
That was awesome.
Always good hearing from you. Michael, he just went away. Very good. Look at you here. Mike, last call.
Hey, how you guys doing today?
Doing great, buddy.
4 out of 10.
All right. I want to say hi to Deb Roberts. I'm from Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Hey, what's going on, eh?
I'm having a great time, hey? Okay. Hey, this Party Mom. Well, she smokes weed every day. I drink beer every day. You know she's married?
She is not married.
She is not married.
Ooh.
Oh,
yeah, there. Hey.
We'll gladly play matchmaker for
Mike.
you.
He went from A's to
Ooh.
Love is in the air.
Kurt, last call.
Hey, I just want to give a shout out to the YouTube chat. Always there every day. And it's been extolling the virtues of gin the last 15 minutes in there.
Oh, very nice. I appreciate that.
I can only imagine.
I hope you're telling the truth.
Oh, let's hope he's not.
Big T, take us home. Last call.
Hi, Jimmy. So this might hurt a little bit, but
No.
I literally keep a shot glass full of salt on my bedside table. I love salt, and I'm so glad that I get to enjoy it and you don't.
Okay, buddy. Well, just pick out your casket early. That's all you need
Jimmy's
to
coming
do.
with his 9.
Bro, that is weird, man. What are you doing with a shot glass of salt?
That's so odd.
Yeah, what the hell?
You know what?
That's Ross saying that, Big T.
But we have to go, and somebody did not fulfill their promise to us. We have to go today. Beth did not call and remind us that her birthday is in 16 days.
Right.
But we're going to do it for you. Beth, your birthday is in 16 days.
Hey, y'all, my birthday's in 16 days.
We'll be sure to remember it even if you don't. All right. On behalf of
Love
Deb,
you,
Jack,
Beth.
and Ross, I am Jim. We follow the News Junkie. They follow the Monsters of the Morning. After us, it's Tom and Dan with the Corporate Time and our friends from Real House. We will see you tomorrow at 3 o'clock for more of the Jim Colbert Show. Until then, have yourself a wonderful evening.
Bye-bye.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan is coming up next on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center. Car crash? Call Clausman Law.
We're still seeing a slow ride heading west on I-4. It's heavy between US 192 and Osceola Polk Line Road. Some delays, too, between Parr Street and Ivanhoe Boulevard. Eastbound steady as well between Cayley Avenue and Lee Road. Authorities on scene of a crash on Orange Avenue at Land Street Road. And we're seeing slowdowns north on 429 between Colonial Drive and Plant Street. Heads up here. See traffic problems? Call the traffic tip line at 866-676-8477 from the Traffic Center. I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Oil changes don't need to be scary.
Drive into Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can stay in your car for a contactless oil change, all in about 15 minutes. Save up to 50% at getyouroilchange.com today.
Guys, now there's no excuse. Peak Performance for Men has helped thousands of men overcome erectile dysfunction. The question is, what are you waiting for? Live the life you want today with a free consultation. No medication, no pumps, no needles, no pain, no surgery, and absolutely no downtime. Just non-invasive acoustic wave therapy that will have you back to your natural form. That's right. Now for a limited time, a free consultation. There is no risk. Fix it for good with one phone call. Call the Orlando office